Yeah, we're about to go live.
That's all right. As long as you ain't slow down.
Act like you got them skate. 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 Go live, I'm finna go live. 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 Go live, I'm finna go live.
What's up, everybody? Hey, welcome back to another great episode of Coach Hayes Football Live on Canes Talk Live. Listen, we already got 43 in the building. Let me know everything looks good, sounds good. I got a thumbs up. We got a special one, man. The Canes are getting ready to start fall ball in the building. So let me know everything is good to go. Let me think is what they got going on. Let me make sure everything is good before I go ahead and get started. And we can make this thing definitely happen. Let me see here. I didn't have my headphones on first, so let me get that thumbs up right quick to let me know everything is good. All right. We got a thumbs up right there from Po' Boy Gallon, man. Appreciate it. All right, perfect. All right, so I guess we good to go, man. We good to make it happen. We good to see what's going on in the building. All right, let's get into this deal, man. A lot has been going on. First of all, I like to say, rest in peace to Bill Russell. He passed away. And so rest in peace to Bill Russell, multi-champion. I'm not a real basketball fan, so I don't know a lot, but I know he won multiple rings and all of that stuff. And we just hate to see some of the great ones go. But unfortunately, that is part of life. As they say, we all gonna meet our maker one day. But big shout out to him and all the things that he's done in the basketball community as well as in the community within itself. Also, a lot of commitments going on. It is commitment month. I guess it's a new thing, man. All these 23 kids are committing prior to their season, seems like. And everybody's committing. So Coach Hayes been trying to keep up with it. Coach Hayes been trying to hold tight in the background, make these videos and everything else. And I know you guys been putting out a lot of video. a lot of requests when it comes to these guys. I'm trying to keep up, guys. Trust me, we're trying to make it happen. So if some guys have already committed and I didn't get to them, I definitely get to them on the back end and we'll make it happen. But we got to work that algorithm as well. We're also going to talk about some of the recruits that we had on campus here for the barbecue. And I get my guest, he definitely knows what he's talking about when it comes to this because he's going to give it to you. Also, and we're going to talk about fall practice kind of expectations, maybe from some of the players, expectations, maybe potential starters. Who knows? But let me go ahead, man. I don't have to keep leading this dude in. He know what time it is. I don't know why I keep trying to lead this cat into the game. X-Man, talk to me, baby, because X going to give it to you.
What's good, Coach Hayes? What's good?
I'm good, baby. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good.
All right, man. So you kind of heard the intro in there. Fresh 3542 say Barrios is my crush.
Barrios.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Yeah, well, I don't know what that one about.
Yeah, hey, Fresh. I hope you Anyway, so I'm glad she thinks that way. I'm just assuming.
Man, one of my favorite recruits in the process ended up committing to Texas A&M yesterday.
Who was that?
The linebacker we were talking about that time, Anthony Hill.
The number one linebacker. I'm trying to get his video. I'm gonna do it today. As soon as we get off here today, I'm gonna get on there and put it out there live.
Yeah, he committed to Texas A&M. Kind of figured that was going to happen. Everybody was talking about, oh man, Texas A&M must have ran out of money. I say, man, Jimbo finna cook, and I'm talking about cook.
Yeah, man. Let me take some of these comments down. I try to put the comments up there for people who watch at home on TV, but put them up on your phone as well. You'll be able to see it. Let me get some of this chat box stuff off of here. I usually do it when I'm only by myself, and that's fine. So X, let's talk about this. Let's go back. I know you follow basketball player there in high school. I guess your thoughts real quickly on Bill Russell. He passed today, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, man, Bill Russell, one of the greats. He just did so much for the game, for the NBA. One of the first black, I think he was the first black head coach, if I'm not mistaken, to win the championship. played for the Celtics. I mean, that alone was hard because we know how racist that place could be. But he played for the Celtics, won championships for them. He was through. He went through the civil rights movement and all that. Did so much for the game. One of the top 75. I think they did it 75 was 50 still. I think it's 75. But one of the top 75 greatest players in the NBA all the time. Hey man, we lost a good one, man. He had a great life, man. I think 88 years old. That's great. So.
Mm-hmm. No, that's great, man. Like I said, it really is, man. Before I go ahead and get started, let me go ahead. We got 190 people already in the chat. Appreciate you guys. Go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe button on the way in. All right, if you're on the way out, don't touch none if you did it already because you'll mess it up. But real quick, big shout out to Alex Tabio right here from Certified Home Loans for all your home loan financing needs. If you're a first-time home buyer, VA loans, FHA loans, anything like that, hit him up. I know interest rates going up. The house is kind of going down, but interest rates going up. So holler at him now. Get all your affairs in order. Check him out. All right. His information is in the description as well. It's free. I've had quite a few viewers DM me or call me. You understand? And they reached out to me saying, hey, man, I dealt with him. Excellent job, coach. I really appreciate it, man. So go ahead and check him out, man. He's a big Hurricane fan, too. And tell him, Coach, hey, he sent you. So, X, in that process, let's go ahead and kind of move forward. We know the barbecue was just yesterday.
Yeah.
It was just, hey, one thing I love about this phone, if you ever bored and you don't have access to a TV, you get on this phone and get on Twitter. Let me tell y'all something, boy. The trolling between the Miami, Florida State, and Florida fan bases is pure entertainment, bro. Pure entertainment. Listen, I don't know what happened at Florida State. I'm just going off what I saw, bro. They showing empty indoor facilities. They talking about, man, there's only 40 kids or 50 kids in the stadium. I mean, the Florida fans, they trolling hard since Andy Jean has now committed. He was a Miami commit, decommits from Miami, goes to Friday Night Lights, commits up there. I did a commitment with the young man Jordan Castile yesterday as well. He commits to Florida. The Aiden Mizell, the receiver here in Central Florida from Orlando, he commits to Florida. So to be honest, and Jakeem Jackson, the DB from West Orange in Orlando, commits to Florida. So they caught 3 dudes in 24-hour period, man, like that. Bam, bam, bam.
And they're not done. They might add one today. If not today, it's gonna probably most likely be sometime this week. The John Johnson kid. But,
yeah, so like I said,
he did a good job this weekend by getting those kids there, and he basically put kind of strong arm them kids like, hey, what y'all gonna do, man? We need something to pop off because we kind of silent over here. What's going on? And looking at UM popping off, and Alabama popping off, and Georgia popping off, and Ohio State and Texas. Florida, what's going on? So yeah. They did a pretty good job this week, man. The Andy Jean thing was kind of surprising, and then it's not because I still think a certain team, once they turn the heat up with him, he gonna go ahead and tip out the door.
You think so? You think he'll change shit? You think he'll jump ship, huh?
Yeah. Once that coach over there at A&M start, when he turned the heat up on him, he gone.
X, you breaking news up here? Are you breaking news on Coach A's football?
I mean, but I can't. That's news. That's news. But I've been telling people like, man, Andy Jean loves Coach James Coley, your boy. Yeah. Jimbo. So once those two come, they come hard, man. So.
Yeah, listen. When they come hard, they coming to get them for sure, man. I'm trying to pull up. Here we go, Florida State. I was trying to pull up Florida State's commitment and where they currently fall right now.
I think they're in the 40s. They're doing a better job recruiting the 24 class than the 23 class.
Yeah, they currently right now at 46 right now. with a total of 10 commits, hard commits right now. They don't have anything higher than a 4-star, and they have Jaden Jones, who is he's from a D lineman from Hutchinson Community College. So who knows, man? Like I say, I've always wished all 3 programs. Of course, we're gonna have our beef, but all 3 programs get good because it's gonna make college football good, and it's gonna make the rivalries good. Let me tell you something. If we don't play Florida, we sure enough playing them in the Twitter sphere. Because, boy, right now, boy, they going back and forth, my man.
Well, we play them in, 24? We play them back-to-back, 24 and 25.
Right, but I'm talking about this year coming up, I'm saying. Like,
we don't play them this year. Which is the funniest thing, because it's like Florida be beefing with UM more than they beef with the team they actually play.
Yeah. It's funny. Let me ask you this real quick. Trucking with Tracy, we just signed a 5-star kicker. Is that true? Who is we? We just signed a 5-star kicker?
Well, not signed. He just committed. The kid, what is Abraham Murray, just committed to UM. But he's a 24 kid.
So let me ask you this: is he a 5-star?
I mean, I don't know if a kick is a 5-star, but I guess they saying he has probably one of the best purse legs they seen in a long time.
Because if he's a 5-star, they go back to my point. I ain't never seen a kicker get drafted first round. Maybe he has, but I've never seen a kicker get drafted first round.
What's the one who came from Florida State? Sebastian.
That was 25 years ago.
Yeah.
That was 25 years ago. But anyway, I'm just having fun with that. Talk to us a little bit about the barbecue. We've seen the different outlets, a lot of different guys were on campus. Jaden Rashada flies in from California. We saw everybody's named Jaden. We've seen Jaden Wayne from IMG, who's at IMG now, come in. Francis Marigoa has come in. Sam Mpemba, who has not made a commitment, but he was at the barbecue.
Yeah,
we just saw Tommy Kinsler there. Damon Wilson made an appearance. Quite a few guys made an appearance. What's my man Williams? Come on, the tight end. Talk to me.
Oh, we talk about
Riley Williams. Riley Williams was there.
Ray Williams.
Ray Joseph was there.
Jordan Hall, Damari Brown, Edwin Joseph. He's another local kid at Chaminade. I think Joseph is 24 though. He's 24 or 23. One of them. Yeah, I think all our commits was there besides maybe 4. Mm. There was Raul, Aguri, Malik wasn't there. The other tight end, I keep forgetting his name. The one that was committed to Clemson, he didn't come. He didn't show up. And
they're committed to Clemson. Talking about Ray Joseph?
No. Remember the tight end was committed to Clemson.
Oh yes. Come on, chat. Y'all talk to us. I forget his name. Y'all talk to us. But anyway, the Washington Twins were there. Yes.
Yeah, the Washington Twins.
Yes.
Yeah,
all right. So talk to us about this barbecue. I know we kind of talked before on the phone.
Hey, Reed. That's his name.
Reed. Yes, Reed. Talk to me about this. What is your thoughts between last year's barbecue, being Mario comes in relatively late, Coach Criswell comes in relatively late in December, right, and that's so forth. And then, it's kind of a quick fix. People don't realize, it's not like the family barbecue. It's a lot of, you're trying to recruit guys, you're trying to do these things and then get those notifications out. They got to make travel to get there. So what was the biggest difference between 2021 and 2022's barbecue?
More organized. Like, all the coaches had a purpose. They was doing something. It wasn't just like, hey, let's just hang out. You know what I'm saying? And not worry about the kids or what we're supposed to do. Everything was organized from the moment those kids walked up, and then they got on the bus. They transferred it to the pool. Last year, man, it was just they were struggling to get kids on the golf carts to the pool. Like, wow. It just was last year was just unorganized, but this year was way organized. Every kid I talked to, man, they loved it. They loved the experience.
Yeah, I can tell you this, X. I've been, you follow some of these Twitter feeds, and even the parents are talking.
Yeah,
That's big. even the parents are talking, man, I really love this. Can't wait to come back on the OV or come back on another UV. That's the name now, UV and OV. So anyhow, now that's good, man. So what happens at this barbecue?
Another thing that all the parents are raving about, man, is they showed them the layout of how the new football facility is finna be. And
Okay.
I'm gonna say it to you, it's amazing. Boy.
Really?
When they talk about they spending money and we finna have a top facility, they is for real.
So when are they talking? So I know that it takes time for these things to get built and everything else. When are they talking about they'll be complete and the players have access to use this?
Well, they didn't really give a specific time, but Mario and the AD want it done like immediately. So most likely, I'm thinking maybe next year, right before the season start. But again, that's a lot because what the layout that they showed is a lot, man. I don't know if that's going to take a year to build.
Yeah, and it may happen in phases, right? A lot of times when you do constructions, things happen in phases, and Coach Cristobal may prioritize what he wants first, second, and third, and it'll go in different waves. So, let me ask you if you had to pick something out, because I didn't see the plan, so I don't know. Based on what you saw, maybe what you think the parents are talking about, what if you had to pick this thing in phases, what do you think Miami Hurricanes need right now? If they could build a building and snap their fingers and say, I need this part of the facility, what would it be?
I don't know what they call that room, but the room where, let me see what they call it. But the room where the players could lounge and rejuvenate and watch film.
Like a recovery room, yeah.
Yeah. They need that right now. Just because, Mario basically want the kids there almost 24/7. So you kind of need that. Like that's the only one that you really need because everything else is like, hey, okay, yeah, you got the weight room. You're only going to spend a certain amount of time there in the day. You got the upstairs is going to be. I think the upstairs is going to be like some offices and stuff for the staff because we got 50-something coaches, so everybody's going to get an office now. Like. That's the crazy part. But yeah, I think they need that one right now because it prevents the kids from leaving campus and maybe doing something stupid they don't need to do.
I get it, and that is the whole goal when it comes to football, from not in high school but college to the pros, is they want the players to have whatever they need in that facility. I think Tennessee, they even have their own pharmacy inside the facility. So if kids have a cold, if they need medicine, everything is in that facility. They don't have to go out to get anything. And so that is the goal when it comes to college football, that it's a one-stop shop. You know what I mean? It's like the flea market. You can go buy some clothes or you can go over there and get some rims. It's up to you. You know what I'm saying? So what happened at the barbecue? Like, give us some of the events that kind of went along. I know they had the barbecue, but like, was it anything kind of planned? I know you said they went to the pool. Because I'm really trying to learn. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, okay. So what it is basically you invite kids, or even if kids invite themselves, they come in. They probably tour the IPF, the ones who haven't been there. They show them presentations and stuff, meet and greet with the parents, and then when they leave from there, then that's when they go walk outside and get on the bus. And then they take them to the pool. In the pool area, if they want to get in the water, they get in the water. They got food for them, and it's just a nice little chill out spot where everybody basically interacting with everybody. So it's a pool. They got I don't know how many feet the diving board is, but a lot of the kids love it.
I saw him jumping off of it.
Mario ain't jumping off the diving board like that. Like Mark
Jim Harbaugh used to dive off the thing too. Him and Pep Hamilton.
Yeah, I don't think Mario doing none of that. But you know, it was a deal. I mean, everybody face just was like, oh, this is nice. You know, we need it because, you know, sometimes life get hard, especially when recruiting. It's hard. So some of the parents just want to come chill and relax like it's a normal day.
Gotcha. And that's cool, man. And that's cool that the families come. They travel from far and wide. I mean, you think about a cat like Jaden Rashada, right? If he ain't all in, let me tell you something. It ain't easy to fly 5 hours for a barbecue.
Yeah.
This man flew cross country, literally from Oakland, California, to Miami.
When Jaden walked up, Jaden was like super hyped. Like I was trying to get Jaden to stand still. He was just super hyped. He threw up the U. Like I guess he seen one of the coaches and he just like, oh, let me go to the coach. You know, then seen his dad. Man, his dad spoke for a little bit. I didn't know he was that tall. He taller than me. I'm 6'2", so he taller than me. Just looking at that. Man, the kids was hyped. The kid commits that's committed to UM, they hyped. Like they is ready.
So were the current players there also mingling in? Or was it just
current players? Current players don't report to this week.
Okay. So I know some guys were maybe there a little bit earlier, not maybe was hanging out. Yeah,
I mean, you know, some of them probably around campus, but they weren't allowed to be with the pool party. So
I got you.
They never not allowed to do the cookouts and the pool party.
I got you. Was Tripp there? Because I know he was like the class ambassador.
No, I didn't see Tripp. I didn't see him.
I know he be in all the spaces. He be speaking up for that 23 class, boy. He on it, man.
Yeah.
Yep, main event just said it. Yep, here we go.
He's going to be trying to come to all the home games. So.
And he's out of Maryland, right?
Yeah.
All right, got you. So, X, I think this might be your first time on the show, man. Besides the 8-hour takeover.
Yeah. No. I came over. Hold on. Oh, yeah, maybe. I keep forgetting.
Uh-oh. Did we lose him?
We was on the football field with Streeter. Yeah, so this is my first time since over.
All right. Bergie in the building. Where you been, Bergie? He said, what's up, Coach? Long time no talk. Hope all is good. All is well, Bergie, man. I hope all is well with you. I know you're a busy guy. I'm glad you came back and hollered. I almost didn't recognize it because I recognize a lot of people through these little avatars on the side, and it looks like you changed it up. So anyway, let's go ahead and push this thing forward, man. Let's talk about fall balls coming up here Friday, kicking off Friday. Expectations, maybe some starting spots. Let me do this because we talked about this earlier. I'm going to kind of jump ahead to jump backwards. Right now, if we had to look, I'm jumping way ahead, y'all, so y'all stay with Coach, and I'll be back. We talked about potential guys who may leave this program early, and I believe we only came up with about 3 names. And when I said early, we were talking about how young this team really is, in essence. And we're talking about guys who – we're not talking about graduate guys who age out, who's done their 4 years, but guys who have time that may get out of there. For example, TVD is one of the guys who we felt do his 3 and hit the gate, right? Tyreek Stevenson may be one guy who will do his 3. Well, he'll actually be on his 4th year, but hit the gate and he's gone this year. And then the last one you said is Zion Nelson. Yeah. Is there anybody else or in the chat? Let me know anybody that you think. Type it in there. I'll pop it up there. Guys that have done 3 and leave, not 4-year guys who've done their time and they're going to leave early. We're talking about guys who've done their 3 and leaving early, not leaving on time. What's your thoughts? Do you agree with that? Did you think of anybody else since we brought that up?
Nah, I think those the 3. You just got to look at the draft board, where they would get drafted. With NIL deals, I don't think kids thinking about leaving that early no more. They saying, man, what round y'all say I'm gonna get? Oh, I'm going to the 4. Oh, I'm gonna stay in college and give me an NIL deal 1 more year.
Hey, hold up. Isn't that Footballville? Hey, my mama watching this show. football, Bill. Let me tell you something. He said, Kohei's mama Chattanooga barbecue champ, but she grew up in Polk County. No, get your pen out, and I'm gonna give you his address right now. I want you to go knock on the door, and when he come to the door, I just want you to take your hand like this, hold it up high, and he said, "Yes, ma'am," and I just want you to go right like this, and say, "That's from Coach Hayes' mama." You understand me? Anyway, man, big shout out to Street. He said he may join us later, but anyway, so that's my only thing. Okay, this is what I was waiting for. Some people say Knighton. What are your thoughts about Knighton maybe leaving early?
Yeah, like when me spoke earlier about him, I just think in order for Knighton to leave, they got to utilize him more. Like give him 15 touches a game, 10 carrying, 5 receiving, and then let him get some punt returns or kick returns too. That way he could have an 800-yard rushing season, a 400 yards receiving season, and then like 600-700 yards returning. He could go to the NFL. He could leave. That's a productive year for him. So maybe, but he just have to be durable, because we know he they gave him the ball like 30-something times one game, and I don't think he wanted to walk after that. So.
Yeah, he put up on a stretcher, man. But he tough as nails now. He tough.
Yeah, he tough. I see somebody put Addy the punter, man. That guy, if he comes back, he gonna be the oldest guy in college football history.
I think he already was like 28 years old, something like that.
Yeah. He close to how Chris Winkie was up there at Florida State.
Yeah, man. Hey, that boy got them BYU numbers. Them cats at BYU be like 26 years old after they do their mission. But let me ask you.
On defense, I can't think of a name outside of Tyreek. That's it.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody. I'm trying to think of somebody on the line, but it goes to show you how young this team is. It goes to show you. Okay, let me ask you, how many people do you think are leaving that are aging out, that are significant contributors? Not the receiving core, no.
Scaife is one. Scaife is one. Will Mallory is 2. Gilbert Franson is 3. I guess you can put DJ Ivy. He's 4. All the linebackers are young. They coming back.
Avante Williams, does he get a chance to leave?
We should have added Avante. Avante, if he have a good year, he can leave.
Okay.
Well, if he have a good year, he's leaving. He's not coming back to school, man. That man got too many responsibilities.
Too many. You understand me? But yeah, so I just want to kind of go through that, because the reason I want to bring that up first, because now as we go backwards, when we start talking about potential starters or maybe guys who get significant playing time coming up this season, is potentially to replace some of these guys that we're going to be missing. Some people say Blades.
Yeah, well, Blades he ain't got no more time. That's it for him.
Yeah, he's done. Ooh, Chaney. Oh, somebody brought up Chaney.
Blades and Ivy, Gilbert, those guys were 2018 class. So
yeah, they should be done. How about Chaney? Think Don Chaney, if you have a productive year, he gone?
Well, yeah. If Chaney could crack 1,000 yards, he'll leave.
Yeah, I would think so too. I would definitely hope so, because like you say, he's got had some injuries, and if you're gonna get injured at this point in the game, get injured when you got that contract. Not no NIL deal. Get paid when you got a contract. At least you can do something with it, man. Yeah, we talking about the transfer from UCLA. Now we were talking about some guys who actually came in and uprooted through the program.
Yeah, because we, and it's the thing. Everybody keep asking me, like, man, you think? And they always naming transfers. You think they gonna start? I'm like, man, like I don't know. The ones who wasn't here for spring, how you gonna how can they start when you have the kids here for spring that did good?
Right. Unless they just do something phenomenal in these next 30 days. Yeah. They gotta do something phenomenal in the next 30 days. Or like I say, some of those kids you consider may be a starter, but you know what, X? I always tell people, it's a business. Sometimes you may not if you mess around and get hurt, you may not get your spot back. You know, it ain't like high school. You got hurt, and when you cleared, you get your spot back. Nah, player, it don't work like that. You know, and I believe
that's the MO going around camp now. Well, that's the MO going around with the players. A lot of them saying, man, we don't want to. When we get in, we don't want to come out because, you know, just look at the safety position with James, Cam, and Avante. Okay, for instance, if only two of them on the field, they both in their head said, we don't want to get out the game because we don't want the other guy to come in because we might not get back in. You see what I'm saying? Look at the running back room. Oh, boy. Man, if I get hurt, I'm done. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you think about a cat like Chaney. You got Chaney, right? So you got Chaney, you got Rooster, you have Thad Franklin, and then you have Henry Parrish, right?
Yeah.
And they're all good in their own rights. But typically in a running back room, you definitely gonna rotate two. You might get that third one in there. Like, you know, he'll get some layoff plays, maybe some package plays or something like that. But that fourth dude, and I think they're all viable candidates. Like, they're all viable candidates. So this is a good problem. Don't get me wrong. But somebody feelings finna get hurt. You know what I mean? You got a guy like Parrish who leaves Ole Miss to come here. Right, and was he the second guy? Maybe he was the third guy.
Yeah, he was. I think he was like, you know, between third and second, but he was getting carries. He was getting some big carries.
Right. So now, what happens if he falls to 4, and now you got Chaney, Rooster, and Franklin? You're like, no, I could have stayed at Ole Miss for this. And then if you got Thad Franklin that says, look, I've been here since day one. This is how it go. I've been here since day one. And you bring this guy in. You know, blah, blah, blah. And then Chaney like, hey, I'm here. Rooster like, look here, dog. Y'all ran me like a $2 mule, and I ain't had no problem with it. I mean, so it is what it is. And then you guys still got Trevante Citizen, but I still think I feel that he's a guy that can still, unless he just comes in and just blow people out the water, which he can. But I think because they have that four play rule for the red shirt year, he'll get some burn. He'll get a few touches in. Maybe the Bethune game, just one, you know, a handful. Then maybe Middle Tennessee, then Southern Miss. And if we playing Duke and blowing them out the water, you know, whatever the case may be, he'll get some burn because he has 4 games and doesn't burn a red shirt. So, you know, hopefully they can manage that. But that's the hard part about having a lot of guys. You got to keep guys happy. You got to keep guys' bellies full. You got to keep guys understanding this process right now, and you got to be a part of it. And so hopefully maybe that's something Mario picked up. Being at Alabama, because he's done a great job of doing that when it comes to a lot of guys. I mean, think about Alabama picks up the Richard Young, and they pick up, what's the other running back out of Georgia?
Hayes kid.
Yeah, they just picked up Justice Hayes. They in the same class. Mind you, got 2 guys that's in front of maybe 3 or 4 guys in front of them right now.
1 and 2 or 1 and 3.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So, hey, it is what it is. But so anyway, let's talk about this, man. Oh, that's street. Okay, my bad. I'm in the center thing. So let's talk about this right here. Let's talk about fall for guys like yourself and Street and them guys who come out there, that go out there to the practices all the time and so forth. What's your thoughts or maybe your expectations covering spring football? And then now the summer's come, they've had some workouts, players been off, and now they come in. And now you have fall ball, which is going to be a total different animal, y'all. Trust me, from the coaching standpoint. Spring was, let me see who got the toughness. Let's instill the culture. Let's instill our rules and concepts. Let's instill what we want out of a program. Like, we're going to let them know what we want from them, and they're going to, you know, we're going to get this marriage. We're on a date. Now, it's time for the nuptials. We're going to make it happen. We're going to see. We got 30 days, guys, and that's not a long time. Think about it. 30 days to practice. And if you really think about a football program, how many days do they get in the spring? 20 days?
Yeah, well, no. No, I think it was 15, I'm thinking.
So they got 15 practices in the spring.
Like 3 weeks, actually. So, like, if they practice Monday, they'll practice Monday, they'll practice Wednesday. No, they'll Tuesday, my bad. They'll practice Tuesday, Thursday, and then they'll practice Saturday. So, yeah, it was almost like 3 days a week with that.
So if you think about, I'm looking at the kicker. He just picked it up. Man, what's all these kickers in the facial here, bro? They're killing me. But anyway, so if you look at that 15 days there, I don't know how many total practices, maybe 20 practices, but we just counted 30 days with weekends and so forth and so on. Bro, if you just say 45 actual practice days to do an entire season, bruh, that ain't a lot to go through a whole season so far as installing code. So that's what I'm saying. So they got to do a lot right now in a little bit of time to do it, man. And everybody's still learning to one another and so forth and so on. So what are your thoughts as you're ready to bring Street in here? What's your thoughts on as you go in from a guy who's watched them in the spring to now with expectations? What are you starting to hope to see?
All right, let me before I jump into that, let me get back to like what you were saying with spring. What I used to try to tell fans is when a new coaching staff come in, spring practice is for them to see if you're going to still be doing the same thing you was doing with your old staff. You know what I'm saying? So now, if you're still doing the same thing with your old staff, that's when they say, hey, we're going to bring in transfers and we're going to bring in the kids who are going to do it our way. You know what I'm saying? So that's what spring was for. So just look at the positions that we got transfers on.
Mm-hmm.
That should tell you right there, okay, spring, we needed linebackers, needed defensive linemen, you needed another receiver. You know, so going into fall camp, it's kind of hard to say who's actually going to start because we was really maybe literally missing 30 players.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't just 30 players. You just saying, oh, okay, well, there'll be backups. Maybe it was 30 players that could actually be on the field. Right. Especially with the D-line, the whole D-line was almost depleted, that defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
You had Cyrus Moss, who maybe $190 that was getting a whole lot of playing time. You know,
yeah, he was thin.
Then, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to say who's going to start. I mean, we know for sure TVD starts. We know for sure Zion Nelson starts. We know for sure Lewis Hadley starts. Everybody laughs when I say that, but I'm like, hey, we know he's our guy. He's the MVP for a couple of seasons. I think we know for sure Tyreek Stevens starts. You know, I keep saying James Williams is automatically going to start, but that's still a battle there with him, Cam, and Avante. So, trying to think of, Ja'Cory Clark, he's going to start. That's the
at what position? Center. Okay.
And then maybe Jalen Rivers. He'll be the left guard. So basically, on the offensive line, you're looking at maybe right guard and right tackle. That'll be a battle. I think Scaife is going to win one of those positions, but you know, Cap is going to be interesting. Right guard, I don't know. I can't even call it right now.
So let's talk about this guy right quick before we go on. What's going on with John Campbell? The reason I bring him up, I coached against him in high school at Dr. Phillips. I mean, he was killing, dog. He was a bad boy. I know he's had some ups and downs at Miami, had some issues. You know, I know he has some injury deals. What's going on with him?
Same thing right there. Injuries, like they just don't know how trustworthy they're gonna be with the injuries. Because he wasn't 100% during spring. I don't even know if he's 100%. They say he's going to be ready, but you know, we just haven't seen him for a full season. You know, so. He just got to get back to where, you know, the previous staff thought he could be when they brought him in. Because as you say, he was a bad boy in high school. It's just, you know, once you get in college, man, everybody a bad boy. So
that's true. That's true. So what kind of injury has he had? Is it like ligament stuff or something?
Because he had on a knee brace all season last year.
Okay. All right, well, hopefully he make it happen, man. Hopefully he can.
In spring, he was walking around, you know, doing workouts and stuff like that. It looked like he was ready to get back out. I just, like you said, I hope he's ready. Because if he's not, you know, man, I know Mario and the staff will tell him, hey, man, you know, man, we just got to do something else.
hey, boy, I need that money back, but hey, listen to him. I give you, hey, I got a bus ticket and a bologna sandwich, boy. Time to hit it, cuz. Hey, people don't realize this too. They fly you in when you get your scholarship there, but when you leave, it's on you.
Oh
School
yeah,
don't pay for you to leave.
yeah.
Hey, you might get a Greyhound ticket, or hey, back in my day, a Trailways bus ticket, and a bologna sandwich, and you out of there, man. Somebody say, "Yeah, boy, we need that roster spot, cuz."
Hey,
But anyway,
I don't know. I don't know if we want to get into that. We ain't gonna get into that.
nah, I ain't gonna touch it. Like I said, it's all for the kid. Listen, now once they make the decision, they make the decision. But I was just saying, like, this is a production based business, right? And so sometimes people always just kind of get on me when I say, listen, when people start talking that family stuff, I'll be like, yo, I'm out, because and let me clarify that a little bit. Maybe we got some new listeners. When I say that, I mean, yeah, you're going to form that, but at the end of the day, it's business. You understand me? It is business. You can't ever put that to the side. You have to always understand that, yes, I love Coach Cristobal. I love such you call it. My bad, I hit the wrong button. I love Kevin Steele. I love Jason Taylor. But if they got to make a decision for the betterment of the program, guess what?
They gonna make the better decision for the program.
Hmm?
I'm telling people all the time. I say, man, Mario getting paid $8 million a year. Hey, he don't care about anybody feelings getting hurt. He trying to keep his job. He trying to keep that check. End of the day, if you ain't helping him keep that check, guess what? He gonna get somebody who is.
Sure enough, you're definitely right. You're 100% right. So let's go ahead and get into this deal. So back to your expectations about now fall ball. You cleared up spring ball. Now, what are your, as you get it? You guys are going to go out there and cover that.
Yeah. We'll be there. We'll be there. Practice start Friday. Footballville, Canesville will be covering it. Y'all make sure y'all follow, become members of Footballville Nation, because we have the Canesville experience. It'll only drop in the member section. We just doing the stuff a lot different from everybody else just going out there covering. We're giving them an experience. So
I got you. So like last year, where I saw you guys go out. I mean, let me first of all, Twan in that camera, he killing it, brother. Boy got that thing in 9K. That thing super clear. I be wanting to go out and touch somebody. But anyway, so I know that you guys film the stuff. You get a lot of great footage. I know Streeter, he's supposed to be coming in a second. But he kind of narrates through, talk about the players, talk about the relationships and so forth. So you guys can go ahead and check that out on Footballville membership page. Go ahead and sign up. I think it's only a few dollars a month. Come on, man. Pay them for it. Them boys putting that work in. Hey, they the only ones out there credentialed, huh? They give y'all this free content, and they credentialed out there with them cane. Throw that you up for the boy. Y'all clap it up for my dogs, man. Y'all clap it up.
We'll definitely be out there covering. Like you just said, Twan and Streeter, they get the footage, they narrate it. Sometimes I jump in, but most of the time, I'm getting the information about if players are out, who's starting. I'm looking out for recruits out there and stuff like that. It's just so much that be going on, and my ears be to the street, man. So I be all over the place trying to get info. But yeah, we'll be out there covering again. I told Streeter, I don't know. I think I'm kind of expecting practice to be a lot different from how it was, because now, with Mario, he basically saying like it's all work, like ain't no plan. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like people ask me what should I expect? I'm like, I don't know, man. I've never been. I've been to Mario Spring. I never been to him in the fall games, and you coach with him, so I know you can say he need business.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just say this real quick before I go. Some people say that where is it? Chris. Oh, here we go. He said, I didn't even know y'all was live, coach. Hey, sometimes they be tripping with the algorithm. That's why I try to set the schedule, y'all. And I'm not saying this to you, Chris, but you're not the only one. I had quite a few people say I didn't know you were live. Every Sunday in the off season, We go Sunday at 6:30, just like the Cosby Show back in the day. Thursday nights at 8, Coach Sunday at 6:30. Don't miss it, man. So we right here. So I appreciate you, man. Thank you, Canes for Life, with that. But to speak to your point about Mario Cristobal, yes. Here's what the difference is. There was going to be some intensity for paying attention to details to from spring to how you wanted things done, right? Follow me on this. Again, you're teaching people how you want them to do things in the spring, especially being a new staff. How I want you to line up for stretches, how I want you to come out to practice, how I want you to do this, how I want you to do that, right? That's really was the emphasis, I believe, in spring. Okay, and that's typical of most springs. As he always says, how you do anything is how you do everything. You got to teach them how to do it, and that's what spring is about. Okay, summer, how you lift weights and all that stuff, and da da da. Now you're going to get into how you execute. Okay, so now there's a lot of teaching in the spring, but now how you execute. Look, if you're going to pull on this play, right? You can't just pull and hit the guy. There's particular target points we need you to hit. I need the bolts of your face mask to be on the inside armpit of this guy when you make contact. See, those are the hows and the whys when it comes to fall ball. Remember, you got 30 days, probably 17, 20 practices somewhere in there. You know what I mean? So now you got to get to the nuts and bolts of this deal, because once you're in season, there's not a lot of hows anymore. And now it's how we going to beat these people. See, how we do things comes spring. How we execute things, fall ball. How we beat people, season. That's how that works. You understand? And so you got to be able to teach these guys that. And you have to remember there's a lot of guys on our team that are young puppies. The Brassard Smith, the Chase Youngs, that they were just in high school. Then they came in the Manny Diaz system. So they learned that a little bit. They're like, oh, got to erase that memory. Now I got to learn Mario's memory. I mean, Mario's way of all those things. And that's how it worked. And those are the process that's going on right now. And you got to remember how to win games.
Yeah. That's big.
Yeah.
I think what you know, the difference, and then you got to explain it to people who don't know, is you got teaching and you got coaching. You know, football, during fall camp, during the football season, you're coaching. It ain't much teaching you're going to do, you know what I'm saying? Because now you got to strategize and coach the player to do what's right. Spring, you teaching. Off season, you teaching. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Once fall come, man, it's okay. Well, these are game plans. We got 40 plays we know could work. We got 20 plays we know gonna get first downs. We got 10 plays we know gonna go home runs. That's coaching. That ain't teaching. You know what I'm saying? People don't be understanding that, because you got you can strategize, because now you got teams who got film on your team. So now they saying, well, they ran that play like 15 times on third down or between second and third down. They writing all that stuff down. You know what I'm saying? They got all that stuff, and that's why you got analysts out there saying, hey, coach, they ran that play 12 times. They're going to run it 3 more times. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so much going on that you got to just be ready. I think our previous staff did a horrible job at having our players ready for things.
Sure.
So this staff, I can almost guarantee they're going to have the kids ready. I mean, you don't put no staff like this together for them not to be ready.
Yeah, and there's a lot of different things that happen in the game, right? None of our players has ever seen or have never experienced, except one that I know of, is Henry Parrish is the only one to experience a coach in a game situation. And that's with Kevin Smith. But I'm just saying, he's the only one. So,
well, Jonathan Dennis, the transfer line, him and Logan, the other two, the two offensive linemen who came from.
Yeah, right. But can Rooster handle it when Mario Cristobal face ball up and he give you them 4-letter words and it ain't LOVE? Like you remember when Cristobal went off on that dude on the sideline or whatever he did? Bro, It is what it is, and that's old school love. But are you dealing with new school kids, and can he handle it, or will he go into a shell? I don't think so. I'm just talking because it don't have to be Rooster. It could be anybody. It could be Cheney. It could be James Williams. It could be anybody.
You coached in South Florida before. I think our kids are a little more accessible to understanding when the coach yells at them.
Yeah, but all of them ain't from the crib. All of them ain't from the crib either now.
Yeah, true. All of them. But I mean, hey, at this point, man, you know, if you between 18 to 22 and you getting hurt off a coach yelling at you, what was you playing sports for in your whole life? Like, they gonna yell at you.
Bro, these coaches today, I have to be honest, they are so afraid of kids transferring in high school that they won't even get. Bro, I've seen kids, I know of kids that don't even practice in the week and come and play. Like, I'm telling you, it's sad that these prima donnas have gotten to the point where, like, my kid's sick. He not coming to practice today, coach. He missed 3 days of practice. He showed up on Thursday for walkthrough because he got a cold. He don't even come to practice, or he got this, or his ankle hurt. He stay home. Like, I'm telling you, like, it's way different. Like, trust me, X, yeah, you might be one of the last Mohicans, dog. Man, when you graduated, 01, 2000? Yeah, you might want to be last Mohicans when it comes to them real G's, dog. Like,
hey, look, you didn't come to practice when I was playing. You wasn't gonna play, and I was superstar. And trust me, you're not gonna play. You get
and
that.
So that's what and that's my point. Those days are getting numbered. You see it happening. You can see it. Now, that kid from Oregon, I don't know who he was, but he took it like a G. But that's also because what? That culture was established in Oregon. Right? And I don't know what Coach Cristobal said to him. And I personally don't believe in MFing a kid. I don't mind him getting in nobody's ass. Right? Yeah. And I don't mind you digging in a dude behind for doing something wrong, penalties and so forth, but you don't have to MF him, right? You know, you could be like, that's a dumb A penalty and what. I don't have a problem, because even the commentator, if y'all remember that clip, even the commentator was like, all right, coach, that's enough. You don't have to embarrass him. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
That right there is proof to what I'm saying. You're the commentator in the booth. That's somebody trying to parent your household. Think about that. That's like if you're talking to your kids and they did something, they don't know what happened, and you're straightening out your kid, and some lady walk by, you don't have to talk to her like that. That's exactly what that dude, that's the society we're in. This dude doesn't know what Cristobal is saying. Now, if the guy would have said, hey, Cristobal laying into him, blah, 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 doing a good job, hey, you know, even if you disagree with it, you don't have to say that. All right, Coach Cristobal, you don't have to embarrass the kid. That's his house. Let him and let his board of trustees and AD deal with that if that's the issue when it comes to their brand. That ain't your place to say, and that right there is a problem in society. You understand what I'm saying?
What game Alabama was playing? They were blowing the team out, man, and one of the players did something, and Nick Saban immediately yelled at the dude, and everybody like, what is he yelling at? They blowing the team out. But the culture, you ain't supposed to let that happen. Like, when you see something wrong, you correct it. Because if he kept letting that go by, guess what happened? When the game is close and he does that, now they lose the game.
100% correct. 100% correct. And I said the same thing. So Smooth just say it start with the parent. That's why I said Smooth, right? Mama tell the coach, he hurt his ankle. He ain't coming to practice today. And what coach do? Go right along with it. So when he show up on Thursday, coach put him in the game. But anyway, that's a whole nother point. Listen. We got my boy in the back. I'm going to bring him in. Let me tell you something. He's the only dude I know wore a 3-piece suit on YouTube. You understand me? With a bow tie. Pedaling the final call. He that dude that throw it, when you're on 27, he throw that thing through your window till it's only 4 quarters, my brother. My man, Footballville, talked about my mama. Hey, Street, I know you hear me. When you hear that knock on the door, that's the old girl. Hold your chin out about 6 inches, and you're going to get this right here. Talking about my mama, man. So with that being said, I got to bring my mans in the building. He's smooth as butter. You understand me? I got to give him his right intro. Ladies and gentlemen, D Streeter, a.k.a. Footballville, is in the building. He's smooth as ice and twice as nice. He's the only one to know to be performing at your nearest American Legion of VFW. Y'all put your hands together for my man, Daryl Streeter. Yes, sir. Footsteps in the dark, baby.
Wow, Practice start this weekend.
What's up with y'all boys, man? Let me get, hold on. Now my whole screen just went black. We got 533 people in the building. I hope y'all can see me. Footballville mama done blacked out my screen because she done stood in front of the camera. I can't see nothing.
X saw your bum at the barbecue, fool.
Where y'all at? Oh, Lord. You done messed up my screen, dog.
Can they see us? Can y'all see us? Give me a thumbs up if y'all can see me. Because I don't know what y'all can see, but I got it. Because I can see everything. X, you can see what you see, X. Oh, y'all see me? Well, listen, we done took this thing over. Listen, man, what y'all been talking about, X?
Nah, we can't hear you, Coach Hayes.
Oh, y'all can hear me?
I can hear you. I can't hear Coach Hayes.
What y'all been talking about, X? Get Hayes out of here. What y'all been talking
You see
about,
me?
y'all?
You see me?
Yeah, I can see you now.
Man, my bad, y'all. Footballville mama stepped on the Ethernet cable and crinkled that junk. I had to change it right quick, man. And her left fat roll hit the mute button on the thing, man.
Roll.
What's up with y'all boys, man?
What's going on, bro?
Yeah,
This thing about to get off the hinges.
we just was talking about what we expect for fall camp. Who's gonna start. Then we talked about the players we think who can, if they have a good year, who can leave early that still has eligibility after this year, stuff like that. We came up with 4 names for that.
Are these the oldest college football players in college football history?
No, man. West Virginia, Wake Forest had an old team last year, and they still got an old team this year.
No, I'm just talking about across the board. I'm just talking about college football players, period. Like, are these the oldest college football players? Y'all see the old school Cavi? Y'all don't know nothing about that. You ain't from Miami, fool. But are these the oldest players, like, period, across the board? Like, is there a couple 27-year-olds out there, fool, that's playing college football?
Yeah, yeah.
Dog, these some old players, fool, across the board. I mean, we may get some. I don't know. I mean, you got some coaches out here coaching some 25. Everybody team like BYU.
Trying to tell you. Listen, man.
You got a coach that's 26 years old, and then you got a player that's 27. Coach, Coach can't tell me that. I'm older than you.
I don't know nothing about McCaffrey, but y'all know nothing about Cavi, boy. Straight out the flea market. 2000 and I don't know, I'm horrible with years. Y'all know
They say, boy, you got. Hey, they say that boy Streeter got on the members only jacket and put canes on it.
Members only jackets came back. It came back.
They back in style. Yeah, they came back out. Hey, that was the first polo jacket. Y'all don't know that before Polo came out with their jacket. That was the first Polo jacket. Came in every color. Anyway, let me go. Hey, real quick,
be giving you $2 and ranking on me at the same time. Y'all ain't gonna be paying him to rank on me now. Come on now. What the hell going on? Like,
Streeter, that boy said, hey, Streeter, wear your shiny glove. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Anyway, real quick, man. So we talked about I had another dono up here and I missed it. Did somebody give $20? I saw the $20 dono too. Streeter still. So I did it. I did it.
I don't. You didn't do it though, but I seen when the donation pulled up though.
Well, I'm finna do it. Hold on, man. Y'all right here messing up my $20 dono. Man, I had a dono. I can't be messing up my money. Where my money at? That thing. Hey, y'all don't know how fast this chat be moving, bro.
It
like a driver.
I can't. What he say? He like a what?
Looking like a NASCAR driver.
Hold on, I'm trying to find this dono. I can't find it. Where did it go? I think I did it, man. Y'all let me know if y'all saw the $20 dono come up. Can't be giving out this stuff, man. Y'all right here messing up my money.
Let me see.
Oh, here you go. Bing. Bottom 11. There you go. He said, what they do, coaching X? I appreciate you, bottom 11. That's my man in the house. Man, talk to us, man. We're going to make some things happen. Y'all go over there and check them out. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, man. I'm sorry that I missed that earlier, but this thing be rolling. I'm trying to look at the camera and look down here, be moving fast. But anyway, real quick, man. Fall ball coming up street. X started talking about expectations. What are your expectations? Because I know you guys go out there and cover it. We already mentioned about telling people to go to the member section and go check out these exclusive videos only members can see. So go check that out on the page, Footballville. And I think it's only $4.99. I think the password is Footballville old girl or something like that.
Yeah, and the password to it.
Yeah,
it's like $4.99, $6.99. I think it's two different levels. Go ahead, talk to me.
Yeah, so I was just saying. So you got that. You get exclusive videos on that first, and whatever the case may be. So I know you go out there, you narrate those films. I gave Twan his love for that 9K camera he got, man. That thing looked like it's real. I told him I'd be wanting to reach out and touch somebody, man. But your expectations when it comes to fall ball, what do you think you're going to see as you go out there and cover these guys over the next 30-day period?
Bigger kids. Every year we thought we had bigger kids, and then we go out there and we realize that, I think we see bigger kids. I think we see kids with a more sense of urgency. Yeah, I think we see kids with a better sense of urgency. Also, man, I think it's going to be like Nuke for me and X and Twan, because every year we would go out there, you can kind of guess who's the starters. And then Amari Carter's out there, and you're like, how'd that happen again? But every year, but this year, I don't know, bro. Like, we don't know who the starting cornerbacks are. Like, we don't know who the D-line is. Like, so I think this is going to be very interesting for us. I think it's going to be these dudes and these jokes. Good Lord, bro. Listen, we got 30,000 unemployed comedians, and y'all in the comment section trying to be one. They just rolling straight at the Daytona 500. But no, dog, I think it's going to be really exciting for us.
The part of the rhythm nation. All right, let's be serious. All right, go ahead.
I got my Ninja Turtle over here. But no, dog, real talk. I think we're going to report back, and it's going to be a lot to report back on week 1. You feel me? It's going to be different. I mean, I let the cat out the bag. I met with Mario this week. I'm going to get into that a little bit with the members tonight on the member-only chat. Bro, like, the walls are different in that place, bro. Like, the walls are different. The bar has been raised from the girl that's taking you, giving you coffee to water, all the way down to the last person on the roster. You can feel it when you walk in there. It's a different place. But big man knows he has a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? A lot of work ahead of him. So I think when we go out there, I think we're going to see, on purpose, bro. I think we're going to see a different team, bro, on purpose. You feel me? Eddie Murphy Rowe had on leather. He had on leather. Put it up. He had on a tight leather suit. I don't look nothing like Eddie Murphy.
You got the flea market version.
He had a tight leather suit on.
Yeah. So I agree with you. So I agree with that. Like I said, that's part of when you come in. That's part of, and I don't know if you heard this piece when I was talking to X earlier about the kind of the 3 phases of when you start coming into a program. So in spring, you're teaching the how-to, right? You're teaching guys how you want things, how you want the culture and stuff set, right? Right. Come fall ball, you're teaching them how to execute things. And then come spring ball, you teaching them how to win games and those type of deals, right? And how to play and so forth. And that what you've seen is part of that how-to, the culture. This is how we're going to do things. As in Coach Mario's the phrase, the famous quote is, how you do anything is how you do everything. And from the paint on the wall to the last tackle of the game, whatever that may be. And so that's very interesting, man, to see. But what do you expect on the field now, right? All that fanfare, all of that stuff outside, right? I get it. I'm with you. But I'm talking about between the white lines and that fresh cut grass. What do you expect to see come Friday when they get them cleats on and that 13 pounds of pressure? Not the recruiting, that's not done, but that's put aside for 3 hours. The speeches and the boom and all that good stuff, and Mario's the man and the little Mario and Luigi hats. Forget all that crap. Between these white lines, X, what do you expect your eyes to see?
Well, if it's anything similar to how spring practice was, I expect everything to be fast, physical, competitive. Because over the past years, practice, even doing fall practice, once they stop a certain drill, it takes them probably like another 5-10 minutes to get to the next one. This year for spring, once they stopped the drill, they got into the next one immediately. It wasn't no, let's just, let's catch our breath. It was like, nah, man, y'all get there now. You start to see players looking at each other like, man, I'm going in. You ain't going in. Oh, I'm going in. The competition, right? It's just going to be competitive. Everybody going to push each other. I definitely expect the defense to tackle a lot better, because I won't even put Mario name in this, but you got Coach Kevin Steele and you got Coach Charlie Strong, who's not going to allow you to go out there and be a bad tackling team. So I keep telling Street it is like, man, ever since Coach Strong got there, I think that's the only coach I ain't spoke to yet, because I'm like, he just looked like the coach who go fuss me out for even saying, "What you talking to me for?"
He actually a cool dude though. He'll talk. He cool.
He cool.
Charlie Strong.
Yeah, but
and if he don't, X. And if he try you take your hand, you cup it like this, you go right to the back of the dome. Now, don't you ever try me like that. I'm X, boy. Get your behind from around here.
You gay that hard.
I expect a lot of excitement. A lot of them to put in a lot of work. We got things we didn't have in the previous years where players might get hurt or get dinged up. The recovery room that they have now is just a lot better. So, I just expect players to go out there and say, man, we ready to represent that U on the side of our helmet. We're not just happy to be here anymore.
No, I totally agree. And so, as I say, I bring it up because as where the head goes, the body follows, right? And so in saying all of that, that's why I brought up Coach Cristobal in that sense, because in saying those things, yeah, Kevin Steele and those guys are going to do their things. But you have to remember, players follow the leader. And those guys, I don't know the military, but he's the general. And then you have the sergeant. And then you have the lieutenant. I don't know which come first, but y'all know what I'm saying. Stay with your boy. And those guys, you understand? So I know the general is here, is Mario Cristobal. Then you got the lieutenant with other coaches. And then within each one of those groups, you got a sergeant maybe, or whatever, reverse it, whatever it is. You understand me? Those guys, then you're going to have somebody, the house man, that's going to take care of that. Maybe it's the James Williams when it comes to the safety room. Maybe it is, I don't know, a Brashard Smith when it comes to the receiving room. Maybe it is a Chaney when it comes to the running back room. You got a house man for each one of those individual groups. Now, hopefully it's the Leonard Taylor when it comes to D-line. I don't know, but whoever that is, it's got to be a chain of command. It has to be a hierarchy when it comes to that, because those guys are going to keep people in line when you're not looking, right? The general can't see everybody. The lieutenants can't see everybody, you know, and that's just how it works. And that's a special piece of it, man. When it comes to, I want to give a quick shout out, man. My man right here, Sam Dodger, aka Can't Get Right. That's my man. He a Northern Viking too. That street. Don't forget 03. We was playing old school ball with new school Vike Nation. Also the last of the Mohican. My man Sam Dodger. I'm so proud of him, man. That's my man right there. AKA Can't Get Right. Y'all don't laugh at me. And Sam, please don't. I had to make that man cut the grass with scissors one time to get his mind right.
What he did, dog?
Can't get right. We had just finished punishing him. Put him on dog squad. I know I'm telling you a story, dog. I'm sorry, but I love you. And I got to tell it. Put him on dog squad. He might call in if I open the phone line. And 10 minutes later, this dude still getting in trouble. Come here, man. You know them bleachers that used to be on the practice field street, Exit Street?
Yeah.
That they ain't never cut? Don't worry about it. We got them cut that day with a pair of school scissors. You going to learn today. But anyway, that's my man. Hey, but those are the things you have to do. And I know this is going to sound crazy, but I believe those are the type of things that help guys later in life. Those are things he's not going to forget and remember. And he'll pass that on to his kids. Not necessarily that, but just that teachable moment. You know what I mean? And you got to find ways to get to these young guys in order to make them do the right things, if that makes sense. But anyhow, what's your thoughts, Street? What you going to see on the field?
Dang, I thought I answered this already. All right, let me try this again.
No, I'm talking about football field, not the paint on the walls. And I don't care if they got a I Love Mario statue and a waterfall that's running down his back and a halo and all that food. I'm talking about between the white lines. And no, you ain't.
I know one thing we see. We got a DB coach, a Dundee, like you say, they follow the leader. Coach Dundee is a no nonsense dude, and I think that DB room instantly changes. Tackling, urgency. I know that for a fact. We kind of seen some of it in the spring game with the DBs coming up, making plays, tackling. I know that room instantly changes. We all should be excited about the offensive line. Now, we have no clue what the lineup will be, you know what I'm saying? But we all should be excited about the offensive line and the fact that the head man is always in their face. You feel me? We all should be excited about that. So I think we get an offensive line that we can lean on, and we don't know if we haven't had that in a while. You feel me? That boy say you ain't lying. The scissors, dog.
Scissors, regular school scissors, the little chrome one, not no big shears.
I know you had that boy. Boy, hot out there, boy. How long you had that boy out there?
Till it was done, well manicured.
But no, bro. There's two areas I know for sure. Go ahead.
Eggs, go ahead.
No, I was saying he had to cut them with scissors. I know, man. You know how many stuff that got dropped down below them bleachers over the years.
Oh, we saw. I think we saw your old report card in the X, if I'm not mistaken.
You probably did.
Hey,
you
man,
probably did.
You hand me my report card, just burn it. I'll tell my mama later.
So now, in these practices, right? And I'm bringing that up because, you know, we talk a lot about. Y'all got to bear with Coach, but I'm in here sweating like in church, if you know what I'm saying. But I'm AC that went out one of the hottest days. But this how much Coach love y'all, man. This how much I don't stop the show for nobody, man. I'm in here glistening, boy. But anyway, that was for the 3 ladies that watched the show. But anyway, Street of Stop, man. You silly, man. Big shout out for the $5 super sticker and Jeffrey O'Neill. Thank you so much. Well, I wanted to bring that up because, like I said, we talk about all the stuff, the perimeter stuff, right? And at the end of the day, it's still football. We got to play. The little brown ball has to, you know what I mean? We got to use that. We can have all the other stuff. Like, prime example, Northwestern. They always talk about Northwestern has some of the most beautiful facilities in the country. They up there in the Chicago area right off that lake and blah, blah, blah. It's Northwestern, right? Yeah, I get it. All right. But I want to know and you guys said this already, but for me, I would love to see, like I said, just that execution, that coming out, the intensity, couple little blows thrown. You know what I'm saying? Like that same fight, the fight for success is what I want for my Kings. That I am willing to run my own brother over for the success of the family. Mm-hmm. That's what, when you hear Alonzo Highsmith and them guys talking in your interviews and all these older guys, the Warren Sapps talking, that's what it was. When you got in those white lines, bruh, roll with me or get rolled over. And that's what's happening. And people used to talk about development with the Manny Diaz area and maybe some other eras. But this is what I've been saying for the longest. Competition creates extinction. Mm-hmm. Yep. Competition also creates the development. Because what did you just say? Was that you, Streeter, saying, no, I'm going in. No, I'm going in. No, I'm going in.
Oh, yeah,
when you went in there previously, Amari Carter back out there? So why am I fighting to get in when I know they're going to put him in? So therefore, my production has to be on point. And to X's point, you thinking James Williams may start because they're saying, I don't want to get out because if I get out, I may not get back in. See, that subconsciously creates development. It makes you focus on catching the ball. It makes you focus on taking the right angle for the tackle. It makes you focus on doing the things that the little things you're supposed to do, i.e., how you do everything is how you do anything. Anything is everything. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But when I know I'm gonna get fed at the end of the night, whether I jump in a circle, right, or I sit, or I bark on command, and I still don't get a meal. Bark, man, whatever. Oh, you ain't gonna eat. You mean that thing? You don't make it happen.
Yeah, right. It's been that for a while now too, bro. Me and Williams was just talking about that on the phone yesterday. He was talking about how Kehoe would play them against each other, and then it was tension, like it was real tension. You know what I'm saying? But we hadn't had that depth there yet. You know what I'm saying? We hadn't had the depth with the transfer portal, with some of the incoming guys that's been recruited. It will get there. You know what I'm saying? But you're right though, and as fans, like you don't really see it because you're hoping that everybody can play. And you don't see that there's nobody there to push Pope, or there's nobody there to push Wiggins, and maybe that. Bruh, when you start getting competition and you start getting players in and stacking them on top of each other, I mean, yes, a lot of that stuff fall in line. Some of the weak ones just go away. Some of the weak ones just go away. The real ones stand up. Yeah. And the cream rises to the top. Like, eventually the cream will rise to the top. But we're going to see, it's going to be some broken hearts coming these next 2-3 years, bro.
During spring practice alone, you know, you had to tell Avante Williams to tone it down a lot because Avante Williams was one of those players that goes at 150 miles per hour each play. So on plays where they're not supposed to be tackling, he hitting, you know, and they falling. I mean, he's not really tackling them or wrapping them, but he hitting them like he in the game. So they had to tell him, hey, calm down. But that goes back to your point, because hey, you need that because now everybody's saying, boy, he trying to kill us. Let me try to kill him too. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna just let him get no good shot on me. Who that was, Streeter, that we thought James Williams not killed him.
We thought James Williams hit Restrepo, but it was Worsham.
Okay, yeah. We thought he killed man, my God. Yeah. We thought it was like just
he was just thudding. Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't like he tried to hit him hard. He just hit him, and he wasn't even supposed to be tackled. But you know, he got to go off because he got new coaches that's saying, let's see if he really James Williams, the 5-star that we've been hearing.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something funny, man. When I came here, and I got up here, the job up here, there was two things I did because I knew we had some players, but we had to change it. and a lot of, like you say, pitting against each other, mind games. There were two things that I did as a coach. In spring ball, I made a depth chart every day, and it changed every day based on your performance for that day. So X, you was the starting quarterback, you missed 3 balls, and the backup dude only missed 2, he the starter for the day. And my thing was, whoever started the most practices in that 20 period, 19, and we played the 20th day, in those 19 practices, that was the starter for the spring game. And see, people don't believe it at first till you get to about day 5 of practice. And they're like, damn, Coach serious.
Right.
Like, he ain't playing.
A lot of them ain't seen structure like that. That's some hell of a structure, yeah.
So every day, and I never called them first, second, or third team. And the reason I didn't do that was because you have people that's coming around, right? And we were trying to build something. I didn't want a distraction. So our colors was black, white, and you knew you was on the teal team, right? Teal. You knew you was on. So black was white. Black was white. Black was first. White was second. And then silver was third, and then teal was like whoever. So I would just yell out black, 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 and they knew they was on that first level. And the only reason we did that because but it got people focused. That was one thing I did. And every day they like baby birds. I'm talking about. Guess what they started doing? They weren't trying to skip or hang around after school. They coming straight to the field house to see who first. That got them down there instead of them trying to go hang out with their girlfriend, be running there late thinking they just throw their pads on. They sprinting down there to see who's starting the day, right? Hey, baby, I'll holler at you later. I got to go. And you can see them getting down there to see who first. Then they start putting bets on each other. Well, I bet you I'll start tomorrow. You created that competition. And the second thing I did, I started handing out pink slips in their locker. And you know what a pink slip means? You're gone. Right? A dude miss practice and no call, no show. I put a pink slip in the locker, had the girls go down there and they take everything out the locker. It'd be a pink slip and they had a message on it. It said, something like to the effect of thank you for your service and this, that, and the other, man. See you later, see you next time. Whatever. It's something to that effect. I'm gonna pull it up. I got it on my drive. But you got to kill one so 99 can live.
Yeah.
And by the time you got to the second one, dog, just like gangrene, would you cut your foot off to live, or would you just say, hey, I'm gonna live as long as this gangrene until it get to my heart? I'm gonna cut my foot off.
Public execution is what we used to call it. You got to execute somebody publicly.
You got to. Somebody
think it's real, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And bro, when they saw that pink slip, they didn't know what it meant. I told them about it, but they didn't know what it meant. And then the second dude got one. And they were like, oh, hell no. Because like you said, as the competition creates, guys start realizing I'm not going to fit in. So what it is, mama, my stomach hurt. I can't go to practice. Well, you ain't tell coach that pink slip. See, they're going to start weeding themselves off.
Right.
And so it's easy to cut those dudes, right? I didn't cut them for performance. I cut them for lack of performance, right? You ain't show up. He didn't want to be there no way. So I helped him out. I became the bad guy. And so those are the kind of things you do, man, in order to create that competition. And bro, like I say, they went from 1-9, 1-9, 2-8, them kind of team. We were in the playoffs all 3 of those years, man. But that's just what it is. But anyhow,
I'm sure that took a lot of work on your behalf, though, bro. I got a question for you, though, man.
Go ahead.
I got a question for you. TVD, right? TVD went ham for 6 games, right? The first 2 was rough, right? Right, X. The first 2 was rough, and then he went crazy, for 6 games.
Yeah.
TVD is coming back with a new offensive coordinator. We seen him on 5 for 6 games. You feel me? He was terrible over it. The great.
Hey, Kyle. Call in and explain that, please. Go ahead.
TVD was great for 6 games. Come back, new offensive coordinator, new head coach, new system. Other than TVD being great, from your standpoint, Coach Hayes, right? This thing could go different for TVD. You know what I'm saying, right? What else could happen with TVD other than him coming out being great, capitalizing, you know what I'm saying, being really great, capitalizing off his 6 games?
It's only one more way to go, right? Either he has a problem picking up the system, or the system doesn't fit him. It's run heavy, and it doesn't get a chance to showcase his arm. I mean, there's a lot of different things.
I want you to break because we're not talking about those things. We always see other people, they programmed, they lost their defensive coordinator, they got to learn new defense. It was easy when we look at other people, right? So TVD, new offensive coordinator. What are some of the things that could go wrong?
Communication, right? And again, we're not saying it's going to happen, chat. So in Mario, we trust.
Right.
All hail Mario and Luigi, but yes. But we're just trying to say that these things happen, right? Maybe it's a miscommunication with Frank Ponce and the quarterback on how he receives information. Maybe it's a miscommunication in Josh Gaddis on how he receives information. Maybe it's a miscommunication in the receivers and the quarterback. The receivers understand it this way. The quarterback understands the receiver's going to do it that way because it takes a lot of synergy, right? They got to be on the same page in order to make things happen. Right, quarterback is only successful with receivers, and receivers only successful as what? His quarterback. You never seen the quarterback say he was 23 of 30, and 7 of those hit him in the hands. No, he's 23 of 30, or he was 12 of 30, but 14 of those hit the receiver square in the hands. They don't say that. The stat says he got 38% passing completion.
Right.
Or it doesn't say he ran a go route when he should have ran a hitch, and that's why I gunned it short. No, it's incomplete. So it's a lot of chemistry that got to come with that. And hopefully, which I believe, they're smart enough to walk them through that deal.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay, we've seen, like, I remember seeing Trayon Harris, and I thought Trayon Harris was going to succeed in college football. I remember seeing him have some success, and then things just go, all of a sudden, like, he couldn't play quarterback anymore. You know what I'm saying? And we've seen it happen before. Quarterbacks in different systems. All of a sudden,
Ryan Leaf.
Right. So I just want to talk about those things. You know what I'm saying? From our standpoint, that we have had a lot of change, and if things don't start off exactly how we thought they would, just remember, man, it's a new system, new coach. We're assuming TVD even agree with Gaddis out there talking about. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're assuming all of that, but we just hope for the best. And I think TVD is a hell of a talent. We saw him put some space in between him and Garcia. But I just wanted you to hit on, like, things that could go wrong. Like somebody said, TVD could have been a product of Lashley's offense.
I think he'll do fine. In my honest opinion, I think he'll be fine. I think he's a bright young man. But you see it happen all the time, right? You go from guys. I was just talking to somebody yesterday about Baker Mayfield and Lamar Jackson. I think they both had stellar college careers. Would y'all agree or disagree?
Of course, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But when it goes to the NFL, when you go to NFL, 32 becomes 1 and 1 becomes 32. Right? The first pick becomes the 32nd looking quarterback, and the 32nd pick in the draft becomes number 1. MVP this and da. So, and we talking major money. Like, it's funny. I was looking at that. Baker Mayfield basically made $50-something million with signing bonus and guaranteed contract, and Lamar made $9 million, being the 32nd pick overall in the first round. But so
what's the numbers again? What's the numbers again?
$52 million guaranteed. So Baker's contract was like 27-something million, 35-something million, and 33-something million, and then his signing bonus was like 21 million, something like that. Mm-hmm. And then Lamar's end up being like 9. I think he got a $7 million contract and like 2-point-something million signing bonus or something to that effect. I don't have the exact number, so y'all don't Twitter me to death. But
right. But I get what you're saying.
It was it's a drastic difference between the first pick and the 32nd pick. And so you never know, bro. You never really know. You hope for this. Nobody would have ever thought Ryan Leaf would have been a bust. Nobody would have ever thought Tom Brady would have turned out to be the quarterback he is. I don't care what nobody say. Even though he played good football at Michigan, nobody thought he would be who Tom Brady he is today. Nobody would have thought that.
I see somebody. I seen some some comments about TVD being overrated. Once
Yeah,
they go
man.
come in the fall practice, it's not happening. TVD is the starter. Like,
X was on TVD from day one.
when TVD I say TVD was our guy, man.
Yeah.
It just took him some time, and saying that he's a product of Lashley's system. I think Lashley's system was more quarterback friendly. You know what I'm saying? So I won't call it a product of his system. TVD, in my opinion, fits. He's the perfect fit for Gaddis' system because TVD is basically a drop back quarterback.
Right.
You know, your traditional drop back quarterback who could get on the center and he could get in shotgun. TVD could do both. So, I think I keep saying, man, the play action is going to benefit TVD a lot. It's going to benefit him a lot, man, because Josh Gaddis loves to run play action. It's not the new school RPO what you see. Of course, they'll put in some RPOs, but it's mostly going to be traditional play action. We're going to run that ball, and then we're going to play action pass him. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why people get upset. Ministry to laugh like you gonna get upset if we have 3,000 yards rushing.
I know, right? Nobody.
Well, here's my question. No, but so here's my question, and I'm gonna ask y'all this, and I'm not trying to do. I'm really playing devil's advocate. I have to say this. In the 3 years Josh Gaddis was in Michigan, right, and this is just common knowledge. I'm not trying to dig up stuff. I was asked this on Wholesome Show, and I have to be very honest. Appreciate it. 551 in the building. Y'all hit the like button, subscribe button. 3 years he was there, we pretty much had 3 different kind of offenses. Would you agree? There was a speed and space, which I still think is what he's saying. And then you saw the more traditional pro-style offense in year 3. But understand you had a difference in quarterbacks, right? You had the Shea Patterson. You had the Shea Patterson kid. Then you had the not McCarthy, what was the McCaffrey kid, and Joe was there. And then you end up with Cade McNamara. So I have to ask this question. You guys can answer. I wouldn't do my journalistic duties if I didn't feel like I didn't ask this question. Is what he's done a product of personnel or product of influence? And when I say influence, I'm talking about the head man. Meaning, is he a guy who has 3 different? Because I know there was an argument about the Mike Locksley. I was the offensive coordinator. You know, they went back and forth, and that's fine, whatever. I don't care about that stuff. I'm just saying. But this Michigan was his first solo play calling duties, not a co. So when you get that co, you don't know technically who is the play caller. I mean, can I be honest? Just through my experience, I would probably say Mike Locksley was the play caller just due to his experience in being a veteran in the game, had done it previously. And I think Josh Gaddis was kind of like the understudy. He was the co with the planning and so forth, but not necessarily calling actual people. Yeah, he was the offensive coordinator. Well, I'm sorry, the co-offensive coordinator.
I thought Mike Locksley was at Bama before he went to Maryland.
He was. He was a co-offensive coordinator with Josh Gaddis.
Josh Gaddis was at Bama? No, Josh Gaddis was at Michigan.
Before he was at Michigan, he was at Bama.
Oh, I know. See, now I never knew that.
Remember, Josh Gaddis was at Bama, and he was I think on paper, the co-coordinator. So when Bama got ready to play, when Michigan got ready to play Maryland, because they're in the Big Ten, there was a whole riff about who was the actual coordinator. And Josh Gaddis was saying, look, I got all the playbooks upstairs. I was the one who da-da-da-da-da. I may be paraphrasing, don't kill me. And then Mike Locksley's like, man, come on, man. Like, bro, like, you know. And so that's where the whole kind of riff came between those two.
Okay, yeah.
So when he gets to Michigan from Alabama, that was his first time being in the pilot seat solely as the pilot of an offense. Or was it? Because he started off coming in, man, we running speed and space. We doing this, we doing that, blah, 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 blah. And then year 2 was a different offense. And then year 3 was basically what you come to, pro-style play-action offense. So it's 3 different phases to his offensive scheme in the 3 years he's been the pilot of the plane.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. I think Gaddis, he had to go with what the head man wanted. The head man didn't want speed and space. The head man didn't want it to be pass happy offense. The head man wanted it to be traditional Michigan pro style football. And he created something that worked. Josh Gaddis loves to throw the ball. So by him coming to UM, he got another coach who likes to be traditional with the run, but I think Mario's going to allow Gaddis to, basically do what he want to do. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's not too crazy where he say, well, hold on, you threw the ball 30 times, you ain't going to run it once? You know what I'm saying? So, but, yeah, I think to go back to your question, he's a product of the man in charge. Everybody know how Harvard likes to run his offense. Harvard don't. He's not a guy who's finna go up there and throw the ball 40 times a game. You know what I'm saying? He gonna run the ball. So he just was a product of the head man in charge. And then even if it's like that here, I don't know if you can't be upset because Michigan did put up 3,000 yards rushing and 3,000 yards passing. So
I'm with you. Streeter, any thoughts on that? Or you over there trading on an E-Trade?
I'm looking at Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin.
Yo, we on penny stock. You over here trading Hot Wheels stock. Hey, Hot Wheels coming back. They going in for 2 cents a share.
Why did he win that, bro?
Check us out.
Why did he win the assistant? Why did he win the All-Bros Award?
Because how far they took the program and they beat Ohio State.
Yeah. And again, look at the offense, how balanced it was. You got 3,000 yards rushing, 3,000 yards passing. That's a balanced offense. I think that's almost like the perfect offense right there to do that.
It was top 25 in scoring, 37.7 points a game, and total offense, 451 total points a game. This season, the year after being in the bottom half of FBS in both categories. So I guess it was the big jump. You know what I'm saying? Then
it was huge.
Also ranked 9th in rushing, 223 yards, up from 95th the last season. So
to my point, and I'm just posing this question. This is all for entertainment purposes. Is it that he is a product? He changed based on the personnel that he had,
right?
Or the person that he had, or does old khaki pants, as Shannon Sharp like to call them, come in and say, "Hey, look, bro, we got to run this ball. We got 3 great running backs, which they did, and really a 4th. You had the young Donovan Edwards, the true freshman. You had Hassan Haskins, 3. Hassan Haskins, Blake Corum, who was a freshman, and then you had Donovan Edwards. Those 3 guys killed it because remember they did go, and then their quarterback didn't have a strong arm. He could throw balls, but he wasn't a gunslinger guy. Cade McNamara wasn't a gunslinger guy.
He had speed on the outside. They best pass catchers were their tight ends. So
yeah, and Ronnie Bell got hurt. Like those guys got hurt and stuff, man. So
yeah. So I don't know. I think khaki pants probably leaned in, right? But what I think matters is, did he learn from it? Did he learn from the jump from the bottom to the top? And we got a Josh Gaddis that experience, because he's a young offensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? So we got a Josh Gaddis that experienced that, and we hope he learned from it, and he's bringing whatever he learned here to us. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same could be said with the head coach, the head man in charge, Coach Mario.
Right.
Used to coach at FIU, gets fired, goes and coach at Bama, learns, goes to coach at Oregon. He has more experience. Now he's UM coach. So we expect that he has the right experience to be a good coach now because he took the beating. He went and learned. When he got the job, okay, this is working. When it was 35-13, now he's at Miami. He's way more comfortable because he's back home.
But talking to coaches, right? Like, and listening to Hayes talk a lot about coaches. It seems like sometimes coaches have egos, right? So he could have had a successful year, right? And then revert right back to what he thought or what he wants to work. And I just hope he's, you know what I'm saying? I just hope he's smarter than that and he evolves, add whatever he learned to, because he was successful, bro. That's a huge jump in offense.
If that was the case, he may have been the pure engineer to changing it. So who knows? We just posing a question. But I do want to say this. Yeah. In life, a guy told me this a long time ago, and it just resonated with me. You can never connect the dots going forward, only looking backwards. And you brought up X, Mario Cristobal being fired. Mm-hmm. And I was on that staff. We got fired. I remember on the way in.
Fired on the way to work, right?
On the way. Matter of fact, a dude from Georgia called me and told me he was fired.
Hey, where you going? Head to work, bro. What's up? Not really.
Bro, it's off season. I think in the off season we came in at 8. It's like 7:20. I'm driving. My phone ring. Ding. What's up? Yo, what's up, homeboy? So this is my buddy. We coach it. What's up, man? So when we talked about getting college jobs, hey, Street, I'm about to mute you. Streeter, don't be laughing at my paint. Don't be laughing at my paint.
I'm gonna mute myself.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you the story. Oh, I tell you the story. So anyway, I'm driving in, and so at that time we had an inside joke talking about, "Hey, boy, I'm finna big time you. I'm a college call big time you." So guess what happens? Phone ring. He called. Boy, it got so quiet all of a sudden, and the earphones pick up everything. Oh, he muted. That's what it is. So he called. He like, yeah, you ain't big time with me. I'm like, man, what you talking about? He's like, that's why your ass fired. I'm like, what you talking about? Now, mind you, he in Georgia. He's in Georgia. He like, you fired. I'm like, yeah, whatever, man. What you talking about? I'm riding in. Nah, man, they just fired Coach Cristobal. I'm like, what? Yeah, it was on ESPN. Man, whatever, man. Dog, I walk into the facility, dog. It looked like everybody just got robbed, dog. Everybody like this. No, this is how everybody's sitting.
Everybody looking.
I walk in, bruh. Everybody like this, like even the secretary, she like this. So I'm like, oh damn, it's bad. Because you know, once the head man get fired, everybody get fired. In essence, right? Everybody know they gone. So all you sudden you start seeing coaches like this. Hey, buddy, how you doing, man? Yeah. This is Coach of FIU. Yeah, man. Trying to see if you guys had any openings. Yep. Guys, they going straight to trying to get jobs. So, oh man, thank you for the $2. I got fired on my day off. Now I got fired before I went to work. Could have called me at the house. I could have stayed home.
Yep.
But anyway, so anyway,
that's a funny story, though.
No, but here go the funny thing. So then once that happens, Cristobal they call in the team, they come in, he speak to them. And I'm gonna show you how firings go. HR, just like most corporations, the HR people come, campus police come, and they escort you off campus right then. Right then. When you fired, you pack your stuff up and you leave. It ain't like you come back in Monday next week, I'm gonna pick some stuff up. No, the HR people come in. You get your little, you know how you see in the movie they had a little brown box when they get fired?
Yeah.
Yeah. You get your little brown box and you take your crap and go home. And you know, everybody's
Help you pack or nothing.
Huh? Help you pack? No. They making sure don't nothing go crazy, right? So I remember Coach Popovich, Jeff Popovich was the DB coach. And in the DB room, he had a sledgehammer on the wall. He takes the sledgehammer off and he comes down the hall with his sledgehammer. They're like, hey. They're like, man, chill out, man. It's the sledgehammer from the, like, you know, but that's why they there. And they escort you right off campus. Like, you know, for the coaches and stuff, man, they escort them straight off. Everybody's pretty much like gone. Like, you know, you pack your stuff and you go. And that's just what
But everybody don't get fired like that, right? Because you fired.
No.
Manny got fired and those guys stayed.
Yeah.
Right, but that was their thing. But I guarantee Manny was gone right then. I guarantee.
I think what's the name went with Manny.
Who that?
The special teams coach. Because we never heard from him ever again.
No. Go ask. Hey, I guarantee if you ask somebody on that staff anonymously, someone coach anonymously, how long did it take before Manny Diaz's office was cleared out? I guarantee before the sun went down.
Probably the same day. They probably cleaned it out the day before, if anything.
No. He's gonna clean it out, but it's gonna be cleaned out.
No,
it's just what it is.
Probably cleaned it out the day before they told Manny he was getting fired. Like, he probably walked in the office and was like, "Where my stuff at?" "Oh, hey, Manny, my bad, you fired."
Oh no, they want you to pack your own stuff. Ain't nobody, hey, Streeter, you fired. For you know it, you're gonna be taking that mutant turtle, you're gonna be taking that stuff off the wall, you're gonna be taking them disco lights, that microphone, all that stuff gone. Ain't gonna be nothing in there but a white wall and some holes from when you had the pictures. But anyway.
So they fired all y'all together.
Well, not necessarily. This is how it typically could go, because we still were there. But hell, like you said, we ain't had no room, we ain't had no offices.
Right.
There's still somebody gonna be in charge for recruiting, but they come get guys out. You understand what I'm saying? And I think it was a little more personal, to be honest with, than it was record-wise. I think they used the record for his firing. And I went to say all this to say I don't believe he should have been fired. Not at FIU. If it was UM and you posed that record, I get it. But at FIU, for what he did and for what he had, bro, you talk about facilities, even though they built that negative, do you know the defensive back room, and it may still be like that to this day, and the defensive back room and the defensive line room was one big room, and they just had an accordion door they pulled between the two. That was the room. But on game days, when you host the recruits, you push the accordion door back, they bring tables into that same room where the players meet, and that's where they host players, and they had little chips and pretzels and stuff on the table. Like, there's no, and I don't know what it is, I haven't been there in a while, but what I'm saying is, at that point, he did a lot. I have to say this, he built a lot, because I remember when Mario Cristobal was there, when they were in portables, and I used to go visit Coley and them when they came from the Dolphins. They were in portables when all that stuff was being built. And I don't believe in my heart that Mario Cristobal should have been fired for that record at an FIU at the time. I don't believe that. But that goes back to my point of connecting the dots backwards. If they don't fire him, he probably stays there another 5, 6, 7 years, and he's not the guy he is today. He doesn't get the opportunity to go to Alabama. He doesn't get the opportunity to be the head coach at Oregon and make some mistakes there to come here to make the U great today. Like, he doesn't get those chances. He may go from FIU to UM, and now it's a real learning curve. Like, so that's what you have to. I'm gonna say the same thing with me, bro. If COVID didn't happen, I ain't get at that job, I wouldn't be on here. I still be out there trying to coach with Shorty. You couldn't tell me I wasn't gonna be a Walt Frazier, coach for 30 years, go somewhere off in the corner and die. You couldn't tell me that. I would have never thought I've been doing this ever in life. But you can't connect them going forward. You can only look backwards and say, dang, that makes sense. So Mario Cristobal, even though I thought his firing was unjust, it works out in the long run. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it works out for him to, even though he was at Alabama, remember, he came to Miami for 2 months or 3 months or whatever he was, and he jumped ship, gone. And he gets to Alabama. Nah, he was there for a year. It wasn't like he was there 5, 6, 7 years. But he gets there, does some things, and he goes on to get the job. Maybe he goes up under Willie Taggart, right? Gets the job under Willie Taggart. Now, I don't know how these agents work. Them agents may be like, hey, get on the staff. We about to fire this dude, and you're going to be the next in line. But at least you're right on the staff. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that works. But if he stayed at FIU and he comes to Miami, I don't say this in a negative way, but he may have turned into maybe a Randy Shannon or maybe a Mark Richt, an alumni that wasn't prepared for the task at hand. Maybe. I don't know.
You saying Mark Richt wasn't prepared? Because I think he was. I just think he ran out of ammo.
I don't think he was prepared, X. I don't think he was prepared. Yeah.
If I'm going to a gunfight, I'm going to a gunfight, and I run out of bullets, I'm not prepared.
I think he had done took his flap jacket off, and we made him put it back on. He was, you know what I'm saying?
He came to you, and we went. His first year he went 9-4. His second year he goes 10-2. I think he was prepared. I think he ran out of ammo. He was like, man, it was a hard job to build those two teams. It was hard.
I don't.
And you know what? But you know what? I'm gonna take that. I'll take that, X. I'll take that.
Yeah.
And it was. But here's also looking at the dots for going backwards. With Mario Cristobal coming in from all of that stuff he went through to come here, he also doesn't have the leverage if he gets the job from FIU to Miami. He doesn't have the Rose Bowls under his belt. Nobody care about the Mosquito Lawnmower Bowl. I don't even remember the bowl he won at FIU. Yeah, that's great, but that's not big enough to create leverage. He comes in with that firing, not knowing, creates leverage for him to get them to open the wallet.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that leverage coming from being a Golden Panther. I'm the Golden Panther. Hey, boy, I need $8 million a year.
Yeah.
Because look at the leverage. I don't know what he made at FIU, but it wasn't. I don't even think he made $1 million at FIU. If that, probably $500,000-600,000. So guess what? They would have tried to lowball him to death. Hey, you making $500,000-600,000? We give you $1.5 million. We give you $2 million, $3 million. Yeah.
I think Lane Kiffin, our coach. I don't think if he's coming from FIU, I don't think they get him.
That's true.
I think they was ready to make a big splash, and at that point, then the answer is Lane Kiffin. But I just, it's funny. That's how life is. So you can never. The only thing that's real in life is this moment. You know what I'm saying? Like the past isn't real, the future isn't real. Like the only thing that's real is this moment. I mean, all you explaining is that you got to just keep conquering moment after moment after moment after moment. You know what I'm saying? It's then you look back. Then you look back. Like we look back on Michael Jordan's career. In that moment, in Brady's moment, oh man, I hate the Patriots. I hate this. But then when you look back and they start showing the highlights and the videos, then you see the greatness. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, what you're saying is definitely true. How things fall. All I know is this, man. We got the right guy.
Yeah, and like I say,
we got the right dude.
What's up, Muhammad? Somebody put in there, man. That boy Smooth from Alabama gave you some love. He said, "Preach, D." Boy, spell your name like a lady. D-E-E.
Bro, listen, that's the only thing that's real is this moment. We always talking about I do that tomorrow. We always talking about what happened in the past. Bro, listen, man. The only thing that real is this moment. Like, Bill Russell didn't make it to tomorrow.
Right.
So tomorrow is not like only thing that real is this moment. What you do in this moment, and you just conquer moment after moment. You know what I'm saying? And that's how things.
No, yeah, I totally agree. And to somebody's point, they talking about Lane Kiffin. You're right. I keep saying that. Yes. You know why I was at Lane Kiffin? Because I did not think Miami was going to open up the books. Like, let's call it what it was. No one in here with 100% certainty, unless we got the doggone president of the university and the board of trustees in here watching this doggone live stream, knew that they was going to do what they were going to do financially for this program. Yeah, they may have built them a building. Oh, yeah, Coach Cristobal, yeah. Oh, we get you a new cafeteria. Like, nobody knew that. Like, nobody knew they were going to put $100 million in it. Come on, y'all. Like, so my thing was, part of my argument, if I'm Cristobal, why would I leave Disneyland to go to the fun spot? You understand? Like the little fake roller coaster. Yeah, if I go over here, if I got Disneyland and everything else, why would I do that to come to the fun spot? Because I'm gonna say this: I've talked to several coaches who have coached for Miami. I know them well. Previous days, not crystal ball days. And I asked them one question. I said, why did you go back to Miami? You know what they said? They said two things. Because it's the crib. They were from Miami. They said, because it's the crib. But it was one of the worst decisions I ever made in my coaching career.
Yep.
Because your emotion got involved and you want to put the crib on. You want to put the U back up. But from your coaching career standpoint, worst decision you ever made. You took 4 years off your coaching career.
Right.
Yeah, Randy Shannon can't get a head coaching job no more.
None of our head coaches. Al Golden trying to creep back in there.
The only one got one was Coker.
Coker. Yeah, he went to go coach House of the Blind.
Yeah, but he didn't. Those guys can go back to Conference USA. Larry Coker went to doggone UTSA with the Road Runners. Like, he ain't do nothing with them. But none of those guys.
That's so telling.
None of those guys got anything. Yeah.
Right. That's so telling. Listen, like I said tonight, man, I'm gonna get on with my members and we're gonna discuss a little bit. I sat down with Mario Cristobal this week. And the members, I'm gonna have like a live, we're gonna talk to the members about it. But one thing I tell y'all before I get out of here is one thing he said to me was, I just wanted to come back because I love Miami. And I said, what, the city, he said no. In a Miami Hurricane. And I was like, I mean, that's just what he is. You know what I'm saying? He said he just loved being a Miami Hurricane and he wanted to get back to that. And I don't think you could say that. There's not many coaches that has that going through their veins as they're trying to rebuild something that they love. They're not. There isn't. Mm-hmm. There isn't. It's unmatched, and I think it will in 2 or 3 years we will see greatness. And Street don't work on times. One of the time zones are gonna be about 9:30, 10:30.
Footballville.
Member group me. I'll let y'all know in the member group.
Footballville, Canesville gonna be right there, catching all the greatness in HD. HD, we gonna be right there catching all the greatness.
No, we changing that from HD to RD, real definition, not high definition. That boy got real camera, boy. Hey, that boy Twan let me hold one on, boy.
The Canesville experience, bro. We're gonna come out again and again, but like I said, we're gonna the Canesville experience. Everybody eventually get it, but initially, because we was putting them out every day, so initially it'll go to the members, right, and then eventually it'll go to the members, and pieces of it will come out as the week go. You know what I'm saying? And eventually you guys will get the full video, just like we did with the Lonzo Highsmith video. It came out, we put it out like a month later. You know what I'm saying? But we just want people to become members, man. I think it's $5.99 and $6.99. It's 2 different levels, something like that. Because we realize the value of the content we put out. Me and Hayes sit on the phone hours and hours, man, and we talk about value and what people will pay for, wouldn't pay for, and these YouTube numbers and who supports and what city supports. And at this point, I've been doing it for so long that I've gotten to the point where it's like, hey, listen, man, what me, X, Twan, everybody else that support us do we got to put a value on it. And it's either you're gonna meet us there or you're not gonna meet us there. No? That's just how I see it. Either you're gonna meet us there or you ain't gonna meet us there.
And you know, I'm gonna say this, man. I've never been big. I've never really spoken out about this, but I guess I'll start because it is the truth. And I was listening to Ryan Davis. Y'all know the comedian.
Yeah.
And Ryan Davis did exactly what you're talking about. Remember, he used to make all the little skits where he'd be standing in the bedroom wall or something like that, the doorway. And he started doing it on Patreon. And he said, if you do something that you value, don't do it for free. And people have to understand this. Guys, y'all, and I'm just talking to the fan base, a lot of what I do is sitting in this chair. I'm going to be honest. A lot of what they do, they got to go get it. They go get in the car. Like, for me, it's just time and effort, which time is a lot of money. But you're talking about the drive from Broward to the Gables and back and interview, like, and y'all getting that, bro. You talking about $4.99? But yeah, I just paid Netflix $21.99 a month, and I hate every movie they got, and I ain't never canceled my subscription yet. Like for real, they done went up from. Remember, they were $6.90. No, they were $8.99 when they first started Netflix.
Yeah.
They all the way up to $21.99, and I watched the doggone movie Keep Breathing. Man, I thought I was gonna keep dying watching that foolishness. But guess what? We keep doing it. Man, look here, bro.
I was gonna watch it too.
Man, I'm on the second floor. I'm gonna jump out the window, bro. But I'm just saying that. But when it comes to network big people, we don't have a problem giving them that. We're talking about $4 for your entertainment value when you spend probably $10 to $15 a day just in lunch. You know what I'm saying? And we talking about $4 for a month.
Look at it like this. I have so many followers, right? And Hayes is trying to catch me. He coming fast. I got
don't look in your review, boy. We'll be standing right behind you, boy.
Listen, it happened before. I watched Beyond Reality just run right past me. Listen, I got to a point where YouTube give me these perks. You see what I'm saying? That I can have members and certain things that I can do. And it's a reason they do that. They do it because they say, listen, if you get to this point, what you're doing is obviously valuable. And we're saying that you can have a membership because people obviously respect what you do and they want to see what you do, and what you do is entertaining. I've been had the membership thing. I just never knew how to use it.
I got one too. I just ain't used it.
Right. As I grow, I learn media and I learn these different things, bro. And I'm just putting a value on what we do. And Hayes, don't downplay what you do because you sit right there, bro. I understand what you said.
Well, no, when I said downplay, meaning like you guys are not just spending your time, you're also spending your gas and effort. I was just saying, for me, I'm sitting in the chair, so my only resource is my time. Yours is time plus actual gas and going and creating the relationships. And so what I'm saying, we've been on this show now for literally 2 hours and 2 minutes. We've been live. Most people been in here with us for that amount of time. And where can you go for 2 hours? And technically, even though we're having a good time, we working. You want to know why? Because we have to research this stuff. The reason y'all come back, because we are trusted voices. Y'all trust our voices. Guess what? What I'm telling y'all, what you hearing in these 2 hours took me 22 years to learn.
I was just about to say that. You already spent your gas and your time and your getting sunburned. It took me to be able to say, to be able to speak what you're able to speak. It's called.
I'm giving y'all 22 years of I'm giving y'all 22 years of experience, which is fine. And are we asking to hit a free button? And people don't want to do that. You know, if people want to downplay it, like you said, you got to spend time to do these things. And if y'all think YouTube, I swear to y'all, I was the first one too. When I started this, I'm gonna be like Mr. Beast and Logan Paul. I'm gonna have me a Lamborghini. Man,
no, sir.
I still got an 06 Titan, boy. That thing got a shaky wheel.
Trying to figure it out.
Yeah. So, bro, for $4.99 for the whole month, bro, that's $40 for a whole year.
Right. Yeah. Somebody say Netflix $21.99 is unbelievable.
It's $21.99 now, Netflix.
Yeah, I think I played.
Get you a Fire Stick, man.
I got one, but that's
got one too. I got both.
I got a Fire Stick. I got Chromecast. I got the little app you buy all the stuff on. But that's to my point. We get so accustomed to paying stuff at $21.99. Think about it. That's $200 worth of something. And on my phone, I got 3 different ways to get the same movies on Netflix, and I still go to Netflix. And I got the movie box, I got this box, I got the Fire Stick jailbroken, I got the Chromecast, and I still go ahead. I go on my Fire Stick to get on Netflix. That's already jailbroken. I got Netflix for free.
Yep.
Look at that. Hurricane Speed say, yeah, I saw it too. I was like, all right, it's all right. Yeah, man. So let me ask you this, man. In conclusion, you about to wrap this deal up, man. Coach got to fix my ear, dog. I'm in here sweating, boy. Like, listen, look at this. This is what I'm talking about. You know how many people would have canceled the show? Hey, it's hot up in here, man. I'm gonna fix my ear. Forget these people. Not Coach. I done been to Minnesota with my equipment, dog, and went live from Minnesota, go live from Dubai, live from Aruba. You know how many people would put that junk down and say, man, look here, I'm finna enjoy Nah, we do it for the people because we love this stuff. But anyhow, spring ball is here. Real quick, if you can, X, I know this is really kind of in your wheelhouse. If you had to pick a starting 11 offense and defense, just kind of run through it. If you had to just pick one right off the cuff, if you had to play Bethune tomorrow.
All right, so I would, TVD would be my starting quarterback. Don Chaney would be my starting running back. My starting tight end would be Arroyo. My left tackle would be Zion. My left guard would be. This is the tricky part. I would actually move. Maybe I'll put Jonathan Dennis at left guard, Clark at center, Scaife at right guard, and Rivers at right tackle. I would move Rivers to right tackle instead of left guard. Wide receiver, I will go with the three amigos. I want Romello, Jacoby, Rashad. That's offense. Defense, yeah. LT gonna be one of my D tackles. LT and maybe Mesidor, the transfer from West Virginia. Defensive end, I'm gonna go with. How you pronounce the guy named Streeter? The one that the defensive end that came from UCLA.
Oh, Agoulier.
I go with Agoulier on one side, and I go with Harvey on the other side. At linebacker, I'm gonna go with Keontra Smith and Caleb Johnson to transfer linebacker. In my secondary, Tyrek Stevenson, James Williams, Cam Kitchens, and let's see who at corner. I guess I'll go with Darryl Porter. That would be my starting 11 on both sides of the ball.
Who you say at cornerback?
Tyrek Stevenson and Darryl Porter.
Porter.
Okay. That sounds about right. Real quick, man, let me get a quick $5 here. Teron Blow, $5 here. Before you leave, Coaching D, I need some your mama jokes. And Taz Haitian Canes, $5 says, talk that talk, Coach. Hey, I've been a Footballville member for over 3 years. You at the tailgate this season. And Reggie, $5 says, Coach over there sweating like the bishop that got robbed, taking the insurance claim, the auditor. Hey, you saw that foolishness, man. Anyway.
Shout out to Miami Flow, man. Miami Flow been a member about 2 years, too, bro. Shout out to Miami Flow, man.
What Flow at? He in here? They about to get started in 5 minutes.
That's kind of why I thought about it. When he said he been a member for 3 years.
Okay, see? Well, good job, Flo. I didn't know that, but yeah, man, big shout out to Flo. I think they're going to start in about 5 minutes. But yeah, man, that's interesting you say that. Let me ask you this, because you ain't bring my dog up, man. My pop player. My pop off the tape player.
Who that?
Chase Smith. Where he at?
Uh-oh.
Chase, you obviously know more about Chase Smith than I do. I don't know if Chase Smith could settle into a natural linebacker spot. I don't know.
Explain that.
Okay, so Chase Smith in high school played safety, striker, linebacker. He played every position on the field. Now, when he got recruited to UM, they was going to basically have him as a striker. Now he's playing linebacker. I don't know. I just don't know if he's a natural 3-down linebacker. I don't know if he's the. I don't want to compare him to Dan Morgan, but Dan Morgan, the 3-down linebacker. I don't know if Chase Smith could be that player. I don't know. He was hurt for spring, so I didn't get to see it. Do I think he could be that? Yeah, because he's just real talented. But I just don't know. I got to see it.
What's going on down there, man?
Big shout out to Ms. Wilcox. She says we're going into a reset and depression and recession in August of 22.
Y'all write down
August 22nd of 22.
Hey, Siri.
Hey, put that on my calendar. Alexa, remind me on August of 22, we're going into a recession. You heard her? She said, what's that for? All right. Start prepare.
I'm sick of these predictions.
Hold on. Start prepared for storms, floods, and changes. Biblical times coming, and money is short. Well, if biblical times coming, money ain't gonna help none of us, Miss Wilcox. I can't pay my way to heaven. Equifax paying September 20.
That Cynthia Wilcox that went Norland.
Is it?
No, man. No. Hold on. Both of y'all finna get one. If y'all don't know me, X, D.
What school Wilcox? I know she always in my chat. I don't know what school
Hold
she
up.
went to.
Get out of here. You don't know Miss Wilcox? Miss Wilcox is she knows all. She is the oracle. Y'all better stop that.
So
that's my lady.
Transfer Portal done created some competition because there's a few names X could have added in there. We got the Sakura Couches. You know what I'm saying? We got Blaze who look good in the spring. I mean, so we got a little competition out there.
Well, listen, Street, what we said the other day, we said the whole defensive line is going to be new. All of them going to be new. Like, I think the only one who played a lot last year maybe is Jafari Harvey.
Is my man still there, Brooks, or did he leave yet?
Brooks is still on scholarship at the university. That's all we know.
So he's not participating in anything now?
We don't know nothing. All we know is he's still a student of the University of Miami.
And how about Huff?
He did.
Huff is there. But
what was all this, X?
He from New Jersey or something. He from New Jersey or something, right? Ain't he from like the New Jersey area?
Huff. He getting it mixed up. He getting it mixed up with the kid that Cave, Austin Cave.
Austin Cave is for he left.
Yeah, who was actually from Bama, but ended up in Jersey like in last year high school. Who's at West Virginia? Who went to West Virginia and now knocked out Ja'Cory Hammett from Miami Northwestern, who was committed to Miami. Yeah, dog. He said they told Austin Cave, they told Ja'Cory Hammett Austin Cave had more experience than him. Can somebody Google the experience that Austin Cave had? That's they got him to take Ja'Cory Hammett's position at West Virginia because
and he didn't even play the game for Miami, did he?
No.
He had probably a couple plays here and there, but like not no significant time.
Not at all.
Wow, Brother J Blaze 499. That's the glue to the U, baby. Keep us all stuck together. I appreciate y'all. Much love, man. Hey, that boy Blaze say he finna be retired in a little bit. He coming to hang with everybody. So hey, come on, baby. We need you. Oh, this is big too, y'all. Miami Northwestern. Big shout out to Coach Pruitt in the building. August 20th. Jones versus Miami Northwestern, man. So that'll be here in Orlando.
I think the West
Orlando
double digits.
You think so? Jones supposed to have. Hold on, as a kid say, Jones supposed to have that stick.
Well, the West got probably the best quarterback in the state of Florida right now. They got route runners with Andy Jean. They got an underrated, probably one of the top 5 receivers in the state with Adam Moore. I don't know why nobody brings up Adam Moore's name. That man is the real deal. This year, Tiger is finna break the Dade County passing record. Man, that offense is finna be lit up. I'm talking about they finna put up some numbers.
Nah, I love it, dog. Hey, that's what it is. I make it happen.
Orlando Jones got what? Malik Bryant? Who else Orlando Jones got over there?
They got Malik Bryant for now.
I think he's gonna go back and play with his homeboys, though. I don't think he's going nowhere.
Yeah, he might go play with Cedric Baxter after the start. His coach pulled.
Hey, like I said, I heard a lot of stories. I'm Coach Hayes staying out of it. I was supposed to do the commitment, but that's all right, man. It happens. Man, hey, big shout out to your boy who reached out to us, man. I know you're a Florida Gator, man, but a big shout out to Coach Mitch from 24K to 707. Kind of put us in touch, man, and we did the young man Jordan Castille's commitment. Y'all see somebody asked me, did Bonsu reach out? I reached out to him, and I hit him with the hashtag, commit with Coach Hayes. That's the new thing, commit with Coach Hayes. We doing these things. We're going to get these boys right. We're going to walk them through it. We got to start them off with their media presence early. A lot of guys are not talkers, but one thing I can do one thing Street can do, even X can do it as well, is walk these guys through interviews and pull information when they're struggling. They 17. I can tell you that when I was 17, I couldn't do what I'm doing now. Right?
Right.
I couldn't make these conversations. So sometimes you have to know how to walk these guys. You know, you got to be able to pull the teeth, but not make it seem like you're pulling teeth. Ease the little string around the tooth, tie it to the doggone doorknob, tell them a nice little bedtime story, and just slam the door. And the tooth gonna fly straight out, and they don't even know the whys, and they still talking. And that's what we got to do to help our young men with that. Because one thing I don't like people to do, look at, he don't even know how to talk. Talk. Like, come on, man. You know, I remember the school up here with Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson went to the school I was at, and they used to tell, he can't even talk. He's a football player. He's not a journalist. Like,
right.
everybody's not, like,
everybody
that's just like me saying,
communicate.
yeah, it's just like this. Guess what? I used to tell the people at the school, well, guess what? You can't run a football like him.
Yeah. Come on, Chris Johnson, Tennessee Titan, Chris Johnson?
Yeah.
Ask them would they trade their good English for his bank account.
True story.
What you want to do? You want to talk well or you want to pay well? What you want to do?
I mean, hey, look.
What you want to do?
No, you can't say talk well. You got to say you want to talk good or you want to pay good.
What you want to do? Hey, man.
Pay me good. Pay me good. Anyway, go ahead, X, say your piece.
Now I was gonna say just I mean, I remember when they used to interview Frank Gore and Lamar Miller. You'd be like, man, get them off camera, but at the end of the day, them boys they not playing football to talk. They playing football to make money and win games, so it don't matter.
And you know what? And I have to say this. If you are not in the business of embarrassing people, and if it was my first interview, if I did that first interview and you talked about Frank Gore, if that was my first interview and I didn't know any better, I would have caught on and walked in, like you walk through where you give a lot of yes, no answers, and then you ask them to elaborate. But if I know this about the person, why would I ask elaborate questions to have them stumbling? You walk them through this. Frank, in the third quarter, you did this right here in the coach, and you ask them 6-part questions, and they have an issue. Don't do that. I don't understand. First of all, how you as
enough, Hayes.
I know they don't care enough, but if I care about my business, I want my question to sound good. I want my question to sound great. So I'm going to ask you in a way where you're going to be like, man, that Hayes show can get it out of Frank Gore. With most people, he da-da-da-da-da-da. But when he talked to Hayes, boy, he really opened up. They must have a relationship.
There's no compassion there. There's no. Why do you think Mike Tomlin sits down with the pivot in the interview sounds like that?
Yeah, I guess you know.
Yeah, there's no compassion there. There's no. They don't care. They don't. I've asked these questions in these media rooms.
Yeah.
A lot of them don't care. Don't understand the plight or how people get there. They just know what they learned in school, and they're like, I'm finna roll it out right here on 17-year-old Josh Owens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some kids have it, some kids don't, and that's okay. They'll develop it,
Right.
but everybody can't do that. Like, man. Anyway, see, if I'm a head coach,
they're getting better. They're getting better. You got the bang.
Yeah, but if I'm a head coach,
talk to you like a grown man.
and I can ask him, and guess what? I'll ask him a grown man question. And I'm saying I can ask him grown questions. But if I got a guy that's timid and shy and can't really express it, but see, if I'm the head coach, I'm walking in, hey, all y'all won't embarrass my kids, man. You won't come back. I've been to snatch your credentials around this thing. Like, straight up. You're not gonna do that to my kids, bro.
Right.
Anyway, listen, we talked about this much of doggone spring football and that much about Footballville Mama. So, hey, real quick, I'm gonna say this. Well, go ahead, X. I know you're gonna say something. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that one time when they remember when Rambo came and they interviewed him the first time, and we were like, "What the hell?" Like, hold on.
When who came?
Remember when Rambo?
Oh yeah, Rambo was rough when he got here.
When they did the first interview, we were like, "What?"
He got
nervous.
better though.
Yeah, he got way better. He got way better.
But you're nervous, and you probably because he was a name coming out of there, they hit him immediately. He didn't have time to get the media training and so forth and so on. That people don't understand that. But anyway, I'm gonna say this piece right. I'm gonna say this piece. Streeter, hold that hat back up for me right quick. I just want people to understand something.
It's too far. It's
Not too far.
I threw him up.
Get up and go get it because I need to. You think you slick? You know where I was going. You got to try to show your.
It's too far. Somebody could die. Please bring me the hat back tomorrow. Okay, all right.
You messed my stuff up. That's okay. Y'all think his hat said Miami, MIA, but nope. That stands for Football Bills Mama Mia. That's her real name is Mia. Her name is not for MIA. It is Mia. That's his mama name, and she got her own soup kitchen over there. And when she hold her arm out and say that way, baby, that thing shake about 500 times. And she got a helmet. Yeah, her name Mia. His mama name Mia. That ain't for Miami. That's his mama name. Because in case he get lost, but what's your mama name? Mia.
My girl got a friend named Mia fool with a big old booty.
I bet you was a little streeter like this.
Little streeter? I said my girlfriend. I was with
I thought you said
last night. Big streeter.
I thought you said my mama had a friend named Mia.
My girlfriend.
Oh. Anyway.
Man, listen, man. We're going to get up out of here. Listen. Y'all, listen. Tonight, members, we're going to get on, man. We're going to talk about my meeting with Mario and some other stuff tonight. So the members, y'all get on. We're going to get on at about 10 o'clock because we stayed on here a lot longer. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all going to do that in August, dog. I see y'all in August with that.
And if you want to become a member, you know what I'm saying, just go to the Footballville YouTube page, and it should be in the top of the right-hand corner. At the top, if you're on the main YouTube page. Don't close this thing out. I'll be sure.
Yeah, man. X, any last words you like to say, man, before we dip up out of here?
Nah, man. Besides, man, go follow the Twitter account, Canesville305. Follow Canesville 305 Instagram.
X, you trying to get the 15K before what?
1,500 before September 3rd. We had 14.5.
15,000, fool. Look at this man, this Northern education, man.
15,000. 15,000. We want to get to 15,000. We have 14,500 right now.
Right.
So go follow on both Instagram and Twitter. Again, become members to Footballville because that's how you getting the information now. Ain't no more freebies. Don't be hitting me in my DM. I'm not answering. I'm not responding. Brian me with talking about, do I want some Hennessy? No. That's about it, man.
All right, hey, they still got it in the biz at Tootsie's, man. In the biz, they still got that.
Yeah.
Oh man, you need some in the biz. You got to get some tickets or something to be in the biz.
What's in the biz? What's that, X?
Hold on. Okay, you say it again. You say what, Streeter?
In the biz, what's that?
You talking about the Wheel of Fortune things, Coach Hayes?
Nah, they used to have a thing called in the biz. I don't know what it meant. My homeboy used to always go in there. He'd be like, "Yeah, I'm in the biz," and they was like, "You got discounts on stuff." But anyway, that's another. I thought something you knew. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah, that's it's like a membership. I guess you got to be like a member, a certain type of member.
Oh, that boy a member. I didn't even know it. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out, man. X, you know what? Like I said, dog, you got to come on more. I don't know why I haven't had you on more. I always have this dude down here looking like a doggone changing of the guards from England around this thing. But anyway, man, you got to come on more often, bro. I think this is only the second time. I know y'all boys definitely gonna come on when we do our 8-hour YouTube takeover, and bring your special friend as well. Also, so with all that, man, we're gonna definitely have fun. I may be down there for the Bethune game, so I may try to do the deal Friday, man. Maybe we could do it together, y'all. We could catch up somewhere and do. Well, y'all ain't gonna do 8 hours because he can't sit still for 8 hours. So I never mind. I know mine. I'll do it down there, but I ain't gonna do it with y'all. I ain't gonna do it with him. Man, look, I'm a soldier, boy. And like I say, there we go, right? 8 hours of entertainment. But anyhow, listen, I appreciate y'all. We on the road to 25,000 subscribers. We at 24,000, like almost 700. So we're only 300 away before the first ball is kicked off this season in the year of 2022. So, God, we almost there. We're only like 300 people away from actually doing it. Let's get to 25K. Hit the button. Like I say, put it in your dog name, your mama name. I don't care who name it is. We just got to get the algorithm kicking. And let's make that thing happen. Also, big shout out to Alex Tabio, Certified Home Loans, man, long-time sponsor, big-time Kane fan. Anything doing with your home finance, and check him out. If you're a first home-time buyer, if you're an entrepreneur with dealing with cash or whatever, legal cash, holler at him. He got aggressive programs, 305-205-1697. Other information is in the description. Other than that, I'm good to go. Street, if y'all good to go. 300 people. We had almost 600 in the building, man. So thank y'all so much. And with that being said, I guess. I almost hit that button, Reggie. I almost hit that button, Reggie.
Reggie been throwing money the whole show. Reggie in that mother, like Reggie say he's locked up too.
You know why?
Hey Reggie, long as it's digital money, Reggie got endless digital money, huh?
Yep. Party over here. Anyway, Reggie, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. Like I said, as always, you know, I love when you guys do super chats, but you know, Coach Hayes is a little bit better when y'all hit that Snapchat. I mean, the cash out. That keep YouTube up that 30% of that right there. We could do more with it. If you know what I'm saying.
Reggie been throwing money the whole night.
And then he drop it at the end. I love it. Reggie, man, I appreciate T. Hines in the building. One day you're going to show your face and call in. We didn't even open up the phone lines. But like I said, thank y'all so much, Reggie. Thank you. You know this dude right here, don't you?
Yeah, I know,
this dude.
That's the homie.
That's the homie right there, man.
Shouts out, man. Derek got the new barbershop. He open. Street, we going to go do a show at this spot.
Man, Carol, you got to talk to me, dog. Where's that?
It's I think he said it's on like 441, if I'm not mistaken.
Carol, you gotta holler at me. We coached together at Norland and Jackson, man. So you gotta holler at me, man. Put that thing, put the address in there, Carol, for them boys so they know where to come get them cuts at, man. You say still in Miramar.
Still in Miramar, okay, yeah.
Cuts by Coach. That was his thing. Go check him out. Cuts by Coach. That's what it was, man. So y'all check that boy out, man. He doing a big thing. But other than that, man, I'm out of here, man. I hate saying bye, man, but I got to say it. Peace, love, and hell grease. 297 people hit the button on the way out. Thank y'all. Hey, Streeter, before you get on there with your people at 10 o'clock, I need to holler at you real quick. All right, so call me.
Hit me up at 9:30.
Oh, it's 9 o'clock.
Hit me up by 9:30.
Boy, it got so quiet when X got off. What, he had the fan blowing? See how quiet it got?
It's because he's not using the mic like us. I think he's just using the mic from whatever he owns. Man. That's crazy, right?
Boy, that thing sound like, because you know we got the headphones, so it's right in our ears.
That also. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, that awesome. Also.
Somebody said,
trying to keep me in the dog room with you, man. Get out of here, man. In the dog room with you. Think I'm Clipper from the Peak, man? I'm out of here, man. You tripping.
Hey, Miss Streeter. Yeah. I ain't got number ones, baby, and none but time. What you gonna do? So, yes, baby. Slow down. I'm about to run out of ones. Anyway, we good to go. I love y'all, man. Peace, love, and hell grease. You know it's all fun. We always cracking your mama jokes on this deal, man. Big shout out to my boys, man, from Footballville/Caneville, man. Y'all holler at them. We out of here. Peace, love, and hell grease. And Coach Hayes will catch you at the 50-yard line. We out of here.